Anyway, we're talking. Hello, everybody. Hello.
Happy
Do
New
we
Year.
start with a dance?
Yeah, nah, I can't bothered. Too tired.
Happy New Year, all you silly old bastards, you guys and anybody watching.
What's in the box?
What box is it tonight, Gray?
Box 8, of course.
Box
8.
What? S. Oh, of course. Yeah.
No, 8.
Box
Number
8.
8. Number 8. Anyone got any? Right, first off, news. I was kind of like right before I started Christmas, I went to spend some of the money my dad gave me for Christmas, and the buddy had to go shopping with Lisa, helping her look for boots. Normally I split out, go straight to the comic shop and leave her to it. For some reason I was walking around with her looking for boots and stuff. Got to the bloody comic shop, they only weren't bloody well open. I checked the bloody Facebook posters page as well. Apparently they closed all day on Thursday to put new comic books away. What's the point of that? So I was well cheesed off of that. I didn't get to spend any money on new comic books, but I looked at the charity shop and I managed to get these. So I was kind of like half interested in getting anyway, because it's. Do you remember, Mark? Maybe Kyle might remember 1980 fantasy film Hawk the Slayer.
Oh yes, I remember it. Yeah.
Well, Garth Ennis did a 5-issue comic book, the continuation of the story. So it's Hawk the Slayer. I managed to get Hawk 1, 2.
That's really nice.
Yeah, 3, 4, and 5.
That was at the charity shop, was it?
In the charity shop, yeah, £1 each they were.
No,
so
really
yeah, I'm more than happy. Read them all already. They were pretty decent. I couldn't remember back in the day. That film was one of the ones we used to binge watch every lunchtime when we came from school. We put Hawk the Slayer on and we'd quote, "My arrow hit first," and all that kind of thing, like the quotes from the various characters. But it must have been so long ago because I didn't remember certain bits about the film. I can't remember the sword magically appearing in his hand when he wanted it to. But I actually watched the trailer again tonight. I got the trailer. Anyone wants to watch the trailer later on just to see how crappy and cheesy these 1980s horror movies, fantasy movies were.
Yeah.
But it's cheesy as crap. It's got
yeah. Oh yeah.
A giant. One of the Carry On team was a giant in it. It's quite.
Oh, that's right. Was it Bernard Bresslaw?
Yeah. So when that thing flies by you and has a little shoe and lets one rip right in your face, is that Hawkwind? Who we got? Who we got?
Yeah.
Ray.
Hey guys.
Hi, Ray.
I see the dad jokes have got worse for Christmas, have they, Carl? Is that your new
resolution? my brain is leaking out my nose right now.
I'm more dad jokes from you for 2023. Is that your resolution?
I'm trying to be well behaved. I ain't gonna tell no dirty jokes on here today.
At least it wasn't a dirty joke. Mad Spidey's here as well. Hello, Mad Spidey.
What's going on, boys?
I got myself a nice beer as well. Elric got some beer for himself. Didn't realise this wasn't a vegan beer, so he gave it to me for Christmas. I said, "Oh, what a shame! It wasn't a vegan beer. Luckily, there's a fat bastard at home you can give it to." So I've got it's chocolate fudge cake. It's quite nice.
Is it a stout?
It's an oatmeal stout.
Yeah, nice. I quite like it.
Very nice.
Good morning, you Australian weirdo.
What's going on, you handsome devil?
I still need to get because these are worthy of being seen by more people. It's Hawk the Slayer. You missed the first comics I've shown. Hawk the Slayer. I don't know if you ever saw the 1980 fantasy film Hawk the Slayer. Garth Ennis did a comic book of it recently, and I managed to find it when I went shopping. Unfortunately, the comic shop I wanted to go to was closed. A place in space, Sarah's favourite. It was bloody well closed to put comic books away, which was annoying. But luckily, I found those in a charity shop. So at least it wasn't a completely wasted journey. And Lisa got the boots she was after as well. So that's all good. Right. Hi, Kyle. Hey, man. Hey, busy mama. So basically, have you seen these nights where we just basically show some comic books, take it in turns, show some comic books? I normally go through a box, one of my old boxes, and we go through it and we just take it in turns to show whatever the crap they want to show, really. So
I do like I'm at Beck's house, but I do actually have a
box.
A box. Surprisingly enough.
Do you travel with that box then? Do you take that with you when you go to somebody's house?
Greedy
No,
box. I have
it
read
was-
every single comic that I've got for Christmas already, plus those 5 Hulk the Slayer comics. We're up to date.
It was more the factor of that I did like a bagging and boarding stream and like just some, reveal streams of some stuff I got recently, and I was filming it here instead of at my house. So I was just like, I've got something here if I need to show something.
Excellent.
Right, you got any Christmas stuff you want to show? Or any recent acquisitions?
Most of my stuff's all the I've already shown most of it online anyway, but
All right.
not everybody watches my crap.
No, that's fine. I didn't actually say Mark though. I don't think anyone heard me say Mark though. I was
No, I
you
didn't.
got
Yeah,
Mark.
so I'm going to show you something which will cause Kyle to swear at me.
You bastard.
Let me put you on the screen.
Kyle swears at
There you
everybody.
go.
Kyle doesn't need
well,
it.
Yeah, he does. It's true.
Yeah, so
It's either swear or rubbish dad jokes.
yeah, so Carl and I were chatting about, I don't know, couple of months ago, and he was sort of saying, he's sort of advising me on stuff that I might look for, and he started talking about Punch magazine, and I said, "Oh, I've got a copy of a Punch from 1917 that I bought about a year ago." And Punch was a magazine that was produced in the UK starting in 1841, and it went right through to the mid-80s, I think, mid-1980s. So it ran for over 150 years. And Kyle said, "Oh, well, it's impossible to find early editions of this." And as we were speaking, I typed into UK eBay and actually found a copy of number 2 from 1842.
Bloody hell.
Bastard.
I just don't think Kyle looks very hard.
So for £16, actually it cost me nothing because it got lost in the post. I contacted the seller and he refunded me, and then it arrived, and I told him it's now arrived, and he said, "Oh, keep it."
I reckon Kyle was typing in Pinch magazine or Ponch magazine instead by accident.
There you go.
No, he was typing in
So-
Pink Sock magazine.
So
show
then,
the front of that again, because I want to explain something about this. When those found, they usually get rebound because of wear and tear and things like that. Hold that up close. Hold that 1842 up close. That's original. That's original gilding on an 1842 book.
That looks pretty antique, doesn't it?
That's original gilding. Usually that stuff is so worn out you can't even tell there was gold on it. That set is like a safe for 180 years. That book is 181 years old. You bastard. God.
I see. I told you he'd swear at me. Okay.
Oldest one I've ever found was 1848, and I thought I had the oldest one.
So then I carried on looking, and blow me, I found the first one from 1841.
I ain't got no fancy gilt on the front of it.
And I think it is original. Kyle has confirmed he thinks it's original too.
Yeah.
So
and
there's
it would have had that fancy gilding on it. It's just been repaired. He thought the shiny one had been repaired.
Yeah, I did.
That's why it looked newer. The older ones have been repaired. That's 1800s repair, 1860s to 1880s repair. So he basically has file copies of things that don't exist. He's showing unicorns who crossbred with centaurs.
So just before we came on here, I was having a look through this. So you get these sort of pictures here, but there's also lots of text, and it's a political satire. And this page here is quite interesting because in 1841, I have discovered Sir Robert Peel of the Conservatives was elected as Prime Minister and ousted Lord Melbourne and created a new cabinet. And there's a sort of thing here where Punch is talking to Robert Peel about his new cabinet and asking him who he's going to put in the various positions. And there's some really funny comments here. He says, as First Lord of the Admiralty, the Duke of Buckingham, Punch says, an excellent man for the Admiralty. He's been at sea all his life. And it just goes through each of the characters in the cabinet and makes snide comments about them. So yeah, really interesting.
But this is the same Robert Peel who made the Metropolitan, well, the police force.
Yeah, same guy.
Same
guy. Yeah.
But I'm taking he wasn't until he got into office that he did it then, was it? Did he do it before he got into office?
I don't know when. I presume he did it when he was in office, 1841.
So this predates the police force then in this country.
Yeah, This is,
predates the police force.
Yeah. So it's a really interesting historical stuff. This predates the French Revolution. The one I've got from 1847 is the year after the French Revolution. So it's really quite interesting historical documents.
Yeah.
Hold that up again. Hold that 1841 up again, just so everybody knows. In my professional opinion, that is the first comic book ever assembled, and you cannot tell me otherwise. Why can you not tell me otherwise? What happens in the first issue of that book, Mark? What happens in the first issue?
So the word cartoon is basically coined in Punch magazine. So it's the first usage of the word cartoon. And these books here. This was a magazine that was produced weekly. And what
don't call it magazine; it'll confuse people. It's like a newspaper 8-pager.
Yeah, it's an 8-pager. This is a binding of 26 issues. So 6 months worth of the sort of weekly 8-pager. So they were 8 pages, came out weekly, and every 6 months they'd bind them together and do a binding like this.
Was it printed in London? Because that'll make it a cartoon.
Cartoon. Yeah.
That is London.
It's a cartoon, and you've just been saying it wrong all this time, Bill, which is not unusual. Can't be, not surprised.
Hands down, flat out, that is the first English spoken comic book in existence. Issue number 1 of that is the first comic cartoon page magazine, whatever you want to call it.
What's the genesis of the word cartoon then? Where did they get it from? I mean, to call someone cartoonish before, it wasn't the cartoonish wasn't a word.
Yeah, so I think so for instance, there's the Michelangelo and Da Vinci cartoons, which meant something different, and then when this came along, it sort of gave the phrase to these sort of drawings, comical drawings, like this one, trimming a wig, and of course
cartography tunes. Who knows? Like that. But anybody says The Adventures of Obadiah Oldbuck is the first comic book is wrong. That's an English translation of German cartoons put together in book form. But what Mark's holding is the first of the first, and I've never seen anything later. And like I said, you won't find a loose first issue. You may find one, but you probably would never get it, you bastard. But you did. But that's what 1800s repairs look like. That probably had the gilding on it and all that to begin with. So that 1842 basically went in somebody's safe or was in a nobleman's library that was dusted incessantly.
Yeah, what I'd looked at, Carl, I had another look on the internet after we spoke, and the only things I could find of this is people buy these and then rip out take out all the drawings and sell the drawings as prints. Which is a crying shame, really.
Like I said, the oldest individual.
Yeah, so they sort of take the book and then they take these drawings out and sell them as prints.
Yeah. The oldest copy I have of one of those is actually pulled from a bound volume. I've never seen one loose older than 1861, one single issue loose older than 1861. And I got that from the Fleet Street offices. It was the file copy that's uncut. The fact you have those bound, you bastard, I'm only saying that over and over again because I don't want to throw in all the other dirty words I want to put in. You lucky old sod. Since like that, my Grail was an 1840s one. He got an 1846 one or 47 one, which is older than the one I had. Then he got a 42. That's the 41 first issue.
While Carl's ranting, we'll let Ray show some comics. You got some comics you want to show us, Ray? Did you get anything for Christmas?
Sure, to get this thing started.
And congratulations on your awesomeness, Mark.
I just grabbed a bunch here. How about OMAC #1?
Oh yeah.
Oh, nice. It's a great color.
Yeah.
That cover.
Little
Get on
Jack
the ball.
Kirby.
Very handy.
And let's see, #4.
Yeah. He's got a Mohican, isn't he? Old Omac.
What?
He's got a Mohican, hasn't he? Finger on top of his head.
A mohawk.
Mohawk.
It's a mohawk.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, that's a mohawk.
Yeah, Mohawk.
#5. Kyle, did you show that sketch yet?
Oh, I'll get there.
Okay. I
I'll
just
get
saw
there.
that, man. That thing's incredible.
Are you talking about the one he got from me?
Sandman #1.
Yeah, the one I got for you. I mean, you bastard, you're gonna have to pry that out of my cold dead hands.
That can be arranged.
All right.
Marvel Premiere Santana #27.
Oh, nice. Now we're getting into my sort of stuff.
Got that one, I think.
Okay, we got the Son of Satan #2.
Ooh.
One of my top 10 favorite characters of all time.
#4.
Son of Satan. David.
Yeah, I need to find some more of these.
#5. #6.
I'm just waiting to see 30 cents pop up on one of them. Uh-oh. What month is that? Is that November or October?
October.
Did he first appear in Ghost Rider?
Yeah, Ghost #1. He was a cameo.
Yeah.
Two first, isn't it?
#8.
Or #2 is his first full. He's a cameo to 1. The one previous may or may not have been a 30-cent price variant, but right around there was when the 30-cent price variants popped up.
Marvel Spotlight, the Son of Satan #12.
Ooh, nice.
Oh, what's that on a technicality? Who knows? Come on, Simon, you're Marvel.
Oh,
What's that?
I think I have that book too. I'm just trying to think.
That's on a technicality. That's issue #1. That's his first solo story.
That's 2 of
Oh,
those.
okay. Mm-hmm.
Oh, really? I need one. Hint, hint, wink, wink. Set it in the cow pile.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. I got to find the cow pile.
I mean, because you got to prep up stuff for, all them Journey into Mysteries. So.
Yeah. I got your pile over here next to Gray Man's.
Yeah. Y'all are lucky I'm just blowing fucking smoke.
Yeah. He'll be blowing his nose in a minute.
Yeah. #13.
I'm gonna blow my nose and then I'm gonna coax the neighborhood dog in here with peanut butter.
Oh God! It only took 19 minutes for the dirty joke to start.
Yeah. #14.
Blame it on the chat. I was well behaved and they're telling me I'm blowing things here. So come on now. Yeah, that Spotlight run was incredible.
Oh, I got 2 of those too.
Well, there you go. Good way to do them. Just stack them up.
Why, you need that one too?
I need that one too. Like I said, stuff like that makes for good trade bait. I don't want no okay. I want to make a good
15.
journey into mystery trade stack.
He's only saying that because he knows I like him.
Well, and if I get him, I
16.
can potentially relay him to you. But Ray knows the one book I want from him more than anything.
Yes, I have it out.
Yeah. Simon, you be the judge. Is it wrong that I want the first comic book he ever bought off the shelf?
Oh, that one. No, you can't have that one.
Nah, yeah, I think that's going a little
You
bit.
ain't
A little
getting
bit
that
too
one.
far.
Yeah, that's just twisted.
Oh,
It's
look
like
at
you're
that.
a shopkeeper
Now
from
I
Lidl.
got 2 of those. Ah, this one doesn't have a Marvel value stamp. That's why
That's
I
all right,
got
as long as
2
it
of
doesn't
them.
Yeah, I
affect the
don't
story.
want
You'll be
that.
No,
I meant to
can't
silence
have
that
that
when I
one.
blew my nose, but
I haven't got
Number
any more beer.
18. Little Gil Kane.
How many Sarah Satan were there? I didn't I'm surprised they had such a long run.
Well,
it
these are
ran
still
like 9
spotlight books.
issues. Yeah,
Two
it ran
of
like
those.
9 issues, and they gave him his own series
Mm.
Yeah.
Number 21.
because
I
he
got
was
some
popular.
gaps.
And that's the thing, like in the Bronze Age, like all those Spotlight and Premiere and all those books, like nearly the whole run was all first appearances.
So
Even
I-
though they were minor or major, there was a lot.
And 21 should have been the last one, right? Or does it go to 20?
24.
There's 24.
Oh, 24. Okay, so it went like that's 13 issues right there.
How many Marvel Spotlights were there? There's just one Marvel Spotlight. Wasn't there a Marvel Spotlight Red Sonja's first appearance? as
That
well?
was it. That's it for the Son of Satan.
It was, no, her first appearance is in Conan. But
Yeah,
she,
but the book you're talking about is Marvel Feature.
Oh, feature. See, feature,
Marvel
premiere,
Feature 1.
freaking Spotlight. It's like,
Yeah, because
Yeah.
Spotlight Volume 1 went for 56 issues. There was a Volume 2 went for 32, and Volume 3 went for 48.
bloody
oh,
hell.
3 volumes. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Wasn't some early man thing in Spotlight as well? Or was that
Yeah, there was Ghost Rider, Son of Satan, Man Thing,
Spider-Woman?
Werewolf by Night.
Werewolf by Night. Yeah, there was
Going
all-
into Iron Man.
Well, or see, what was
Let's see. I need Avengers 118, Avengers Annual 7,
Mm-hmm.
Marvel 2-in-1 Annual 2.
Marvel superheroes.
Make sure you
Iron
type
Man and
it in properly on
Daredevil.
Baby, you're looking for it, Carl. Don't
Huh?
type out pinch or whatever you did last time.
Yeah, I'm just always on the pinch. So, what did that series of Marvel superheroes introduce between issue 12 and 20? Before it went to reprints all the way.
Well, Shang-Chi was... Oh, no, that was the other one, wasn't it?
That was Marvel Special Edition. That Marvel superheroes started out as reprints, and then from 12, where it introduced Captain Marvel, introduced Carol Danvers. 14 was the first side of Spider-Man. 18 was the first Guardians of the Galaxy, and 20 was the first solo Doctor Doom.
Mm.
And they went back to reprints at 21.
And that Doom is still an expensive book.
It's a great cover, though.
Oh, fantastic cover.
So you need that 20 Doom. It's got a tape pull on it, but
I've
got it. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, like you don't find that Doom book over here any less than $500 still.
Yeah,
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, Ray's just sitting in a room full of my want list. So
looks like my want list too at the moment, except for the
Yeah.
DC stuff.
These are all Iron
So
Man
somewhere in there, you're about to run the
Marvel.
first War Machine, right?
I don't know why I let Marvel people only on my channel. That's not. Nah, it's not on.
Shut up,
It's
Ray.
not on. It's not bloody on, mate. I shouldn't be hanging out with bloody such uncultured Philistines as Mad Spidey.
Yeah, you might catch it, Gray, if you're not careful.
I know. It's terrible.
You've got a stack of
showing
Marvel
a run
books,
of
Ray.
Iron
Shut
Man
up.
annuals.
Your leg, mate. You know
What?
You're showing a run of Iron Man annuals. You didn't show annual number 1. Do you not have that?
I don't have that.
Looking for it? Guess who's got it?
Free comic book day.
All right, now we're getting into the Invincible Iron Man, number 2.
Ooh, nice.
Ooh, wow. That looks in really good shape as well, Ray.
Mm.
Well, he bought it off the rack when he was 25.
No, no, this is what? This is from 68.
68. That's
I was only 10 years old.
Oh, okay. I was only off by a year.
I didn't stop buying comics until 1970.
It was still shoplifting him at that age, wasn't you?
Yeah, this is why I like having Ray on this show. He's a year older than me. It's the only guy I can go on.
So I'm the old timer now, huh? Iron Man number 4.
Is that unicorn you were talking about earlier on, Kyle?
What's that?
You said
Yeah, that's the unicorn.
Centaur. There's the
unicorn. I used to have the first 20 issues of that, but I let them go with my old store.
Oh,
I've got that one, I think.
I love Gladiator. I reckon he's an awesome
Oh, yeah. He's awesome looking.
That's a good
I think that might be my oldest Iron Man I've got. I'm sure. Is it that one I've got? I'll have a look. I randomly know what box it's in. It's in box 30. So let's just look at box 30 and I'll be able to. All my Iron Man's in box 30. So let me quickly go and check.
Yeah, that's an awesome cover too.
This one is.
I keep giving mine away. I've kept the old Tales of Suspense as I have, but I tend to give those away. The controller. And that's the first appearance.
Hey, I've got number 7. I was right.
First appearance.
First appearance of the controller. That's why I'm so knowledgeable about these, because at one point I owned them. That's some Marvel mode. Yeah, I do. I got Mojo as a bottom plug to play on Rick and Aid. Mr. Mojo rising.
I might Cry Revolution.
This is just fueling my fire for older books.
30.
Yeah. So, comic history trivia. Why did Iron Man not get his first issue until 1968?
Because they weren't allowed to have so many titles or something, so they had to all be in shared titles. Is that the one?
Yeah. They DC basically owned the printing company, and Marvel could only print 6 titles monthly. So they did a couple of dual bi-monthlies, and in 1968 they got their own printer, so they just flooded the market with everything.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Silver Surfer. Yeah, they folded out Tales of Suspense. They folded into Tales of Suspense, folded into
I knew that.
One and Stubby one.
Tales to Astonish changed.
Folded into the Hulk.
Yeah.
Cap 100 was spun off of
Bill.
Here's where I started buying off the rack.
Okay. I was quite like Iron Man. I didn't realize he was like a second stringer of Marvel Comics. I always
literally listed as a third stringer.
A third stringer. Well, I never like when you're a kid reading comic books, no one tells you this is a third stringer comic book. You just go in, you see the characters you like, and you buy them. And I always saw Iron Man on the shelves. I always assumed it was one of their big titles. Pretty sure.
Is the big boy book coming up soon?
You know it is.
He knows it. He knows it.
What is the big boy book?
55.
Oh, it's coming.
What's in 55? Thanos?
First Thanos.
That's first Moondragon.
First Drax.
First Moondragon.
Is that one of the 2 guys jumping for the ball? The Blood Brothers, or whatever they're called.
Yeah.
Is that
there's Blood Brothers, Drax, and obviously the big one's Thanos. There it is. Climb.
And Ray wants to trade that.
No.
All right. On that note, Spidey come back at him with something.
I'll
give
right off the rack.
First, bloody Thanos.
I hope Roger's not watching. he gets jealous every time I show this book.
Well, how jealous is he going to be when you say, well, I'm trading this to Kyle for an old sword?
He'll kill me.
All right.
All right, last one for now.
Cool.
That's a nice cover.
Let's swap over someone. Well, I'm going to go next. I should start getting through this box, otherwise I'll be all bloody day getting through it. So this is a bit of a mixed box, this one. Start off, we've got a Superman trade. True Brit is where he lands in the UK rather than in America. So,
John
I think it's
Cleese.
written by John Cleese or something. Yeah, written by John Cleese.
Really?
With John Cleese, anyway. It's kind of very much Monty Python-esque kind of humour.
Faulty Powers.
Faulty Powers.
I
That's
got
awesome.
a silly walk my way back into the house. I'll be right back.
I've
Yeah,
never
you
seen
do
that before, Gray. I'm going to have to go and find that.
Lab Rats. Just a mini, I think it's John Byrne, yeah, by John Byrne. I'm sure Roger knows this one. I think Roger showed him one of these before on Cover Slingers. It wasn't great, to be honest. It's all right. Nothing to write home about, though. It's kind of like a throwaway, literally about 8 issues. That's it. Never to be seen again.
So what was their story? Were they sort of created in a lab or something?
Yeah, I think they were. I seem to recall they were something like that. Somehow there was something to do with a lab anyway. I had a feeling there was a guy in there from something else, but I can't look at the covers. I'm not seeing the person I thought was in them.
I'd
There
never
was,
even heard of the series.
I don't know if you guys remember the Bloodlines annuals. So there was one guy called Splice. I think he got bitten by the aliens and he ended up having blades for arms. I thought he was a member of the Lab Rats, but actually I think that might have been Cyber Rats now I'm thinking about it. I think it's a different, just similar but not the same kind of thing. Let's go through this. There's quite a few in this one here. There you go. Let's go through this one and I'll pass over to someone else. It's Darkseid's little boy Orion. And he had a Walter Simonson did all this work on this one. Walter Simonson. Decent art anyway. He's quite good with doing gods, I think. Orion versus Darkseid. That's Darkseid's other son, Calabac.
He's a cool looking character.
Yeah, he's a vicious kind of looking half brothers, Orion and Calabac.
Is it Kyle making all that noise?
I don't know, someone's doing something.
It's
Kyle,
always
turn your
Kyle.
vibrator off, mate. We're trying to do a stream here.
The death of the sad.
Sad. Earth is broken. They're going to fix it. This would have been handy for Giant Fingers Week on Cover Slingers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Giant week.
While back. You always find them when you're not looking for them, don't you? I've got to look for wraparound covers as well. Because that's this week's theme, wraparound covers. So I've got to be on the lookout for those.
Well, they didn't do a lot of wraparound covers in the early days. It's all a lot of the newer stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's,
you're right.
there's some adventure, and there's like a Marvel Comics Presents kind of thing. They had a lot of back covers as well, didn't they? Wraparounds, but mainly just the characters on the back.
I think Infinity Gauntlet books or Infinity War or something might have been wraparounds.
Yeah.
So a lot of 90s stuff did wraparounds.
It's one of those things that I only bloody find when I'm not looking for them. I go for a box and I'll be like, oh, this would be good. This would be good for Cover Slingers. And when it comes to the actual theme comes up, I'm like, where the bloody hell was that cover I was looking at the other month? What box was it in? What comic was it? And I can't remember any of it. I have become death, destroyer of worlds. He's channeling his Oppenheimer. And his final foe, Mr. Miracle? Why is he fighting Mr. Miracle for? Because Mr. Miracle and Orion were like a swap, weren't they? Because Mr. Miracle was from Genesis and he was sent to Apocalypse to be raised by Darkseid. And Orion was Darkseid's son, but sent to New Genesis to be raised by the All-Father, or High-Father, his name is High-Father. So that was an interesting kind of mythological sounding child-raising swap. Quite weird. So I'm sure it must have been paraphrasing something from mythology or something. It sounds like it would have been something like that. But anyway, you want to show some comics, Spidey?
Oh yeah, I suppose I could do that.
Might as well, mate. Might as well. What is your actual collecting goal anyway? You've got like a load of random ones that you're after, or you got like full range you're trying to fill?
It's a bit of everything. Like I stupidly decided during COVID, I'm going to go after all these Marvel keys that I want.
Yeah.
Stupid idea. But I've also tried to, like, there's certain runs that I would like, because I'd like to finish like Marvel Spotlight and Premiere and stuff like that, but that is not easy over here because the stuff's rare as hell over here and it's expensive as shit over here as well.
Because we used to get the sort of from about 70s onwards, we used to get the US comics into the UK regularly. Did the same thing happen in Australia?
So I think we actually get a lot more Pence variants than we actually get the US variants.
That makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's saying that I think it was sort of around the 90s. It really sort of started like heating up with like you'd go into like when there used to be a lot of shops with a lot of back issues, because there's not many places to do back issues now. It would predominantly be US stuff.
Yeah.
So but might as well grab a stack. Now these are all no particular order, just all over the place. So what do we got? Uncanny X-Men 118.
Nice.
That's the first appearance of what's her name? Mariko Yoshida. Yeah, the one that ended up marrying Wolverine, or almost married Wolverine. I've always wanted this small run, but expensive and rare, especially that I think it's 141 I still need, but the Days of Future Past storyline, I to be perfectly honest, I don't think I've ever seen 141 over here.
Yeah, I've seen it recently, haven't I, Mark?
You have, yeah.
I got all those. Hey, who's Mariko Yoshida's brother?
Shingen, that's the isn't it the Silver Samurai?
Silver Samurai, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Giant-sized creatures. This is the first appearance of Tigra, or as Tigra, should I say?
As Tigra.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice.
I wouldn't mind one of them. I like Tigra.
She's Greer Grant Nelson leading up to that in the cat, and then she's
exactly, yeah. I would I'd roll myself in catnip and be at her mercy.
Yeah.
150. So I'm trying to get a few more Hog books because you don't see many.
Hey,
Hog books over
guys.
here. But I had to get that
Roger.
Hi, Roger.
Roger don't want me coming on laying claims things here.
Yeah, I came out here to counter Mark because the guy's claiming stuff on Ray, and Ray is never going to give up that 55. Let me just stop.
Yeah.
No.
Unless it's his will.
I love that cover.
Yeah. I've been wanting this cover for a while, and I actually saw it at a convention during December, and
nice.
He had like a $50 price on it for over here, and I went, I'll take that. Thank you very much.
Yeah, nice. Brilliant. It just screams 1960s, doesn't it?
Well, that doesn't suck.
Another book I was glad to knock off my massive comic wish list.
So you're putting that into an AOK to me, right?
Sorry, a bit itchy here. Hang on.
Just ignore him, Simon. Just ignore him, please.
Speaking of Marvel Spotlight books.
Oh, there we go.
So that's first Star-Lord in comics, not obviously in the because his first one was in I think a Marvel preview.
Yeah,
one of the-
magazine. It was in a
Marvel
magazine.
preview number 4 straight
4.
to our next day.
You're not getting that off me either, Kyle.
Star-Lord, because I thought it was about 4 or 5.
Oh, I traded it. I
around.
traded. Did Scott already trade that with you, Roger?
No, I've had it since the 80s.
Oh, I traded mine to Scott in the
Oh,
Dollar
okay.
Trading Challenge. It'll come up next.
Yeah. One of the runs I've actually been going after a lot recently is actually the Silver Age Defenders run.
Yeah, I'm trying to get.
Oh, sorry,
Silver
Bronze
Age.
Age.
I was going to
Bronze
say,
Age. Bronze to copper.
they have different ages in Australia than we do.
They should that.
I'm trying to
What
fill out
is-
the whole run of Defenders. I'm about 4 short at the moment still.
Oh, I'm just picking up odds and ends when I can actually
Yeah, when you
find
find
them.
them. Yeah.
That's Kyle's
last
favorite era,
one-
though.
That last one had 2 issues in it. What was the issue? But
No, you break it all up, and I can all hear it.
oh, sorry, I think that's my neighbor. Things.
All that smoke going.
That last one had 2 issues in it. What was behind it?
No, I didn't. It was only. I don't do a grey man. I only single board my stuff.
And the one before that, or was it just one sticking out behind?
Me
I
and
thought
Roger
there were
are
2 of
sensitive,
them.
mate.
Oh, okay.
I only have a single.
You
board
happy,
stuff.
Kyle?
I guess one was peeking around the edge. I thought I saw one behind one.
You're
Nah.
seeing things, mate. You're seeing
And who wrote this run of Defenders? Come on.
Yeah, no, I'm not
Geeky
giving you
Weeklies.
fuel to your fire.
Some guy I've seen on Wednesdays before.
Some guy- yeah,
some guy that
some
he
guy-
won't shut up about.
Some guy that I will not shut up about.
There is a little bit of modern stuff in here, so that's first Gamora in her own series,
Okay.
which is quite funny. Seeing that she was in the 70s was her first appearance, but
Yeah.
she didn't get her first book until
But
like
she
2000.
was like an afterthought character for a long time. So.
So a very, very brand new sort of book. This is a big time collectibles exclusive for the new Spider-Man series, #1. Very, very cool looking cover, right up my alley,
That
of
is
course.
cool looking.
Somebody did mention Man-Thing books.
Yeah.
I've been on a real Bronze Age horror kick lately, trying to get Man-Thing, Son of Satan, Tomb of Dracula, Werewolf. But yeah, obviously not very easy to find over here. Number 11.
Seems like the other Simon says the same thing. So.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And if you do find it, it's 10 times FMV. It's
Amazing. I
It's-
feel bad for you guys, really. I really do.
it's horrible.
Yeah. I just
Great Plug cover on that one.
Oh, it was so much. There we go. There's one random Iron Man old school book in there.
Oh yeah, isn't that the first Eddie March? I think Eddie March. That's the guy in the foreground there.
Don't really. Yeah, I can't. A lot of this sort of stuff, I'm like, when I show it, I'm like, oh yeah, that's that, and then I just forget.
He was like his buddy, for a long time during the 60s and 70s.
He gets killed, then does he not die?
That's
later?
what I'm smoking, Werewolf.
Yeah, he becomes the freak, and then later on gets killed. Yeah.
Who was the original freak?
You.
Look in the mirror.
Jinx.
Who was the
No,
original
you
freak?
mean in the comics?
Yeah. Who was the original freak in the Tales of Suspense run?
Oh. Tales of Suspense.
No idea.
It wasn't
Kyle.
Happy
It'd be
Hogan.
sad if, yeah, it's Happy.
Happy
It's
Hogan.
sad if you didn't get it. It was Happy Hogan.
All right, I haven't read that in like 40 years, Kyle. So forgive my
Oh, yeah.
memory.
I got that Warzone signed by JR.
Oh, lucky you.
Bit of some what if goodness.
Yeah, that's a crazy what if right there.
They were really cool because it was just its own story, no tie-ins, no nothing.
Right.
Just something. If somebody wanted to
Yeah.
read just a single issue,
Yeah, later on they did do 2-parters, but yeah, that's
Hmm.
early on the first series they didn't. That's a great Captain of Marvel. It's very clever how he defeated the Super Adaptoid.
yeah. Oh, there's some more Defenders books.
Oh,
There's
I've got that one.
There's another
Writer
Kyle
that
book
I
right
talked
there.
much about. He signed that. I just
Take it easy on those defenders, Simon, because this guy.
All right, hang on.
Kill us every time.
Yeah, we'll throw
I got
away
a story
those
about that one. I got a story about this one.
First meeting of Werewolf and Brother Voodoo.
Yep.
I've got that one. This is Werewolf by lunch, Werewolf by nut time, whatever it is. I'm never going to finish that run, I don't think. I'm never going to finish it.
Yeah.
Even though the biggest key.
I see more Tomb of Dracula books over here than I see Werewolf. Like, Werewolf books are, like, you never see them.
Huh. That's
I've seen Dracula in years.
Only Tomb of Dracula I want is 50.
Yeah, I've been trying to get, like, I actually picked up the big boy book this year, number 10.
Blade.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but I still need number 1 and like a lot of like the minor, like I still need like the cameo and first appearance of Deacon Frost, first Hannibal King. I still need all those books, but just trying to pick up whatever issues I can.
10 is the stumbling block for sure, though.
I got 12 in it for free recently in a trade that was just 10, and I want a 50 real bad.
I've got one issue. I've got 2 issues of Dracula. One's an annual of some sort, and the other one's Blade's Origin. I think it's like 14.
Well, there's a giant size. There's a giant size Tomb of Dracula annual. That's first appearance of Lilith, I think.
Giant size Chillers.
5.
Yeah.
Giant size Chillers 1. Burn was in 5.
Chillers 1. Yeah.
Chillers 1.
First Nebula.
Oh yeah.
It's been one of those books that obviously because she was in the Avengers and Endgame and all that sort of stuff, it rose up. But I actually picked that up pretty reasonable for over here.
Yeah, I got it for about 20 quid.
Yeah, I think I paid about $20-$30.
I bought it off the rack, so.
Wasn't that expensive?
Oh yeah, that's a good one with the old Punisher. Yeah.
Fantastic Four.
Yeah, I've been trying to get some more old Fantastic Four, but yeah, Fantastic Four books are not
same
cheap.
story. I'm sure. Yeah.
First Gorgon.
First Gorgon. Yeah, nice one.
One of the.
Kal, you were looking at Dracula number 50.
Yep.
This one.
It's with Surfer, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm looking
for
that.
The Kyle pile.
It's in your pile.
All right.
Hey, that rhymes.
Defenders.
It does.
Yeah, I thought I had number 1, but yeah, I think it was giant size annual one that I ended up picking up, not Marvel feature.
I need number 2.
I need number 1.
2, 3, 8, and 30. I need.
Another run I'm trying to complete.
30. What's up with 30?
No, so 10. 2, 3, 8, and 10.
Yeah, 10 is the tough. Yeah. Now you're talking my speed, Spidey. I got that whole set.
So,
I think is that first Razor Fist?
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
I like that. One person says yes, the other says no.
That is his first Razor Fist.
Is it?
Character ever.
29. Okay, Roger, you can't answer this one, but what issue number did that start on?
Okay, that's a trick question.
Not the character, but what
that is a trick
issue
question.
Number did that series start on?
That's a trick question.
Was it in Punch magazine 1838?
Yes, there you go. You smart ass.
I've got it just here, actually.
That took over for.
There he is.
Technically, it's 17.
Technically, it's 17.
But
it took
over
from
really
Marvel Special Edition
is where the character.
Special Edition 15 and 16 were the 2 issues, and then it started at 17.
Started at 17.
If you have a 17,
trick
it's no.
Question. Now that's the first.
Nice.
That's the first Gamora, right?
Yeah, that's the actual first appearance of Gamora.
I got in that pile I was going to show. Yeah. That beast is the ugliest thing ever, though.
Oh yeah, there's something a little bit more race. Another big time collectibles exclusive.
You kids.
I know you guys. Hang on, I'll get rid of the Defenders books. Hang on.
You kids,
especially that issue because I know that. I'm not sure.
Oh, that's my favorite issue ever. That's the number 1 issue comic.
We'll be here all night.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's a good.
From 9.
Come on, Simon. You come on with me. You know it's going to go on for 5 hours.
You know it.
That
Wasn't the diatribes come from here to there?
Wasn't that Red Skull's like daughter or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mother Knight. Yeah.
And,
Then she became Mother Superior or something. I forgot what it was.
First, Great
first-
Lakes.
Great Lakes Avengers, isn't it?
Yeah.
Dinosaur. I love that name.
Dinosaur.
Yeah.
Old school Thor.
Oh, that's a cameo of Adam Warlock in there, or his hand or something. Yeah.
Yeah, a foot or an ankle or something.
Yeah, something.
stupid.
Yeah.
It's another Adam
some
Warlock
appendage.
appearance, is it?
That's first baby Groot.
Okay. We'll best do a swap over in a minute, so you've got some more comics to show you next go round.
Okay. Yeah, I've still got half a box.
All right, show that one. We go on to Roger or say.
Oh, me?
wait, you got to go to me too, because I got to show off mine too.
Nah,
Oh
you're
boy, we're
not-
battling here.
And
You're
I'll be back
the
in a
naughty
sec.
step, Carl. You're not going to be allowed on until you've proven you're able to behave properly.
Then he'll never come on. All right. So, what's
Titties.
so special about this one?
Well, it's the
It's one of your
in-between. It's the in-betweeny issue between the
Yeah.
end.
Where they folded the series and launched them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yet another one I need eventually.
They didn't have anywhere to put the rest of the stories because they were half comics, so they couldn't do a full issue yet. So they put Tales of Astonish went to Hulk.
Yeah.
So Submariner needed to bridge his story, and Tales of Suspense, of course, went to Cap. So I just finished cleaning and pressing this sucker, and it looks sharp. Let me tell you.
Yeah,
Stick it on your don't send it to Kyle pile.
No, Kyle's not getting that one.
Don't send it to Kyle pile. I said.
Listen, he's not getting that one. All right, so Adventure Comics run. I'm just kind of starting with this one, but this is that little.
That's where it went kind of weird for a while, wasn't it? Like an actual.
Just like anthologies, for 3 issues. But
you
I
showed
like
one of that in a video once.
I like this character, Black Orchid. This is her first appearance.
Yeah, I don't think I got that one, but she's really cool in the beginning. Her story.
She is really cool. Yeah.
She's really cool character. One of the coolest female characters, I think.
I thought so too. I thought she had a lot of potential.
Oh, here's some trivia about Black Orchid. Let's see who knows this. Who was pitched the Black Orchid series for Vertigo and passed on it and wanted to do their own thing?
I don't know, but I do have a Black Orchid Vertigo series.
You're talking about a writer?
Yep.
Not Gaiman, is it?
Yeah. Karen Berger pitched Gaiman to do Black Orchid, and he said, I'd rather not. I'd rather relaunch Sandman.
Okay.
And he talked her into that.
Now, what's unusual about this Spectre series?
Was it banned or something? Or wasn't there was some kind of controversy because the art was so the deaths were so terrible.
Yeah, it barely passed the comics code because everything was, just so graphic, feeding gangsters to monsters and dismemberment and things like
giant fish and stuff like that. And
yeah,
it's great.
exactly.
Every single cover is fantastic in that one as well. It's all a Paro, isn't it?
Yeah. Fabulous stuff.
I managed to get all that batch in one go. I couldn't believe how bloody lucky I was. I managed to get them off £50 each, and I was like, I thought I'd hit the jackpot.
You did.
Yeah.
These are great
I
comics. Let me tell you, they're so unique.
I think if you go through the covers, you get people being killed by every possible animal.
Everything. Gorillas being dismembering you. Octopuses chopping you to bits. You name it. Whales crushing you, the whole bit.
Yeah.
Well, that's because whales are monsters.
It.
I
got some strange tales here. I was just telling Simon that I pulled these out just to show
you get any for Christmas, Roger?
Huh?
You get any comics for Christmas? You got your AOKs, didn't you? You didn't buy any yourself?
No, I didn't buy them myself. No.
There's a few. You got a couple of AOKs there. You showed on the last fingers, didn't you?
Yeah, I showed them on the cover slingers.
I've read all my Christmas comics, with the whole lot of them.
I haven't read them all. I'm still working through my Alpha Flight and a few that Norman gave me.
I'm reading my New Mutants one as well. I've got the New Mutants one finished a couple of months ago, and I'm finally. I've got to say, everyone talks about Sienkiewicz's art. I think it's horrible. I'm reading the issue of Sienkiewicz's art. I just think it's crap. I don't like it at all.
It's kind of an acquired taste. I will.
Yeah, the covers are all right. The covers are kind of interesting, kind of weird, kind of
It's hard to make out sometimes what's going on with him. That's true.
Early stage art where he was aping Adams is fantastic, but once he got free flowing, he became a taste.
But a lot of people love that. You know, they love that kind of stylized art. But, I was never a big New Mutants fan, so I'm not going to opine there. Love this little series here by Starlin, and then of course this one which Simon already showed.
We had twice now.
Yeah, I bought this one off the rack here. I was just such a big fan of this series.
Hold up your comic of that and say snap, and that means you've won Roger's comic.
All right, go to the next guy.
Here I am. Here he is. Pick me.
Look at me. Look
at me. I don't know. I invited Bobby in with us. I don't know how in the chat yet either.
He's frozen now.
Am I frozen? Tell me I'm not frozen.
No, you're not.
Okay. Okay. All right, Mark, this is for you. I went and fished these out. So, Punch 1917, since I'm on the lookout for these, you bastard. And I know you're going to get them when I do it, because I don't know if you collect old cigarette cards or anything like that. But in 1917, Punch put out a set of cigarette cards.
That's a rather bleak looking one with gallows there.
And actually on this, it says, if I can get this to focus, from Punch Magazine, tells what issue, 1916, and these Teutonic Knights. And those are actually 19s from the 1917 series of them.
Solid.
And there's a 25 card set of these from 1917. I've only got 2 of them, you bastard. You're going to go out and find them. I know. And then you're going to keep them, and I'm not going to have them. So,
if I don't want them.
So, for Chris, all I wanted was a pair of house slippers and socks. I ended up getting a stereo for life and got me bookstore gift cards. So I grabbed a couple of those out. Here's one of the ones I picked up.
Water bottle for Christmas.
Little Western Roundup. 1950s. Nice grade of that. I left this tag on here because it cracked me up so much. Here's a 4-color 650. And it cracks me up that there's a price tag from 1989 on there. That was $16 from 1989. That's on the bag, not on the comic.
Has that gone down in price since then, or is that still about right?
Still about right.
Stream. Hold on a second. Mark's come out the stream somehow. I just realised.
Oh. Mark's back and forth. Then one you don't see every day.
Mark.
Trademark copyright book. The George Perez covered. It tells you how to copyright and trademark your own comics. Let's get through some of these. A little fun Marvel Super Action reprint of the first appearance of Marvel Boy Quasar.
You got an offer there from Werewolf for Lunchtime.
You can trade some stocks. There you go. Here's a big one. Here was a major spec book a couple years ago, and look out, it's on the rise. Major X, little Rob Liefeld, didn't even put the feet on him.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah.
Then I had to get some DC for, how about the first issue of Angel Love?
Oh yeah.
So, and then a second.
I have
a Neil Adams variant cover to Harley.
All right.
Then a Thor 158
Nice.
for $1.
Yeah, I love that cover.
Wow, that was a nice buy. Nice buy.
What?
Or put that in the Ray pile.
Yeah, that goes in the Ray pile.
And then a Superman 75 second print I
I
got
watched,
that.
I watched the film the other night before last, Love and Thunder. Finally got around to watching it. I got it for Christmas.
Oh yeah.
Little Witchblade by Turner with the newsstand.
I know Marvel like that
with the newsstand
stuff, but it was nothing but like it was just like a comedy movie, mate, all the way through.
Yeah.
But
It was a little too much forced comedy in
Yeah.
there.
Oh, you've got cancer.
And that's because they gave Taika Waititi full reign. He could do whatever he wanted. That's why it was ridiculously stupid through the whole thing.
it was a bit over. I didn't mind it. I didn't mind it too badly, but it was a little bit. Was the tone was like, and like they kind of turned Thor into like a space surfer dude. It seems.
I got.
Oh, that's cool.
I got this for the equivalent of $1.16.
Oh, that's a great looking thing right there, man. I'd love to see that Hembeck stuff.
Nice big.
His knees are better than
Does that collect all his Hembeck fanzines
That's
from back in the 70s?
his archives of basically everything.
Nice.
Yeah. He used to knees what Liefeld used to feet.
Yeah.
Just have the
Then
twirly knees, man.
Yeah, you're
to
right.
drive my wife crazy, a nice big coffee table book.
Ron Goulart. What have I had that name for? You showed him
He
recently.
puts out a lot of these books.
Yeah, he's written a lot of stuff on comics.
So, you know,
I have a
stuff
couple of his
great
books, but not that one.
comic books. So lots and lots and lots and lots of stuff there. Now, earlier today, I did a live on my channel, and Bobby Delgado, I was kind of hoping would be in here, so we're going to get him.
He's going to show my cover.
So we were on CJ's channel, right, Simon? We weren't on your channel when I talked to him.
No, we were on mine.
We were on your channel, and I talked to him coming on. So Bobby showed this off.
Okay.
And I was like, that's freaking amazing. So what's he do? He sends it to me.
Cool.
So this was a freebie from Bobby G, Bobby Delgado.
I really like that.
Who drew that?
Bobby Guerra.
Bobby did.
Oh,
Bobby
he did himself?
Delgado.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Oh, he got the SIG. Oh, man.
And it's painted.
Wow.
It's actually
That
painted.
is nice.
Yeah, we had him on the 1011 with Gary. He's a cool guy.
Yeah.
I was just watching that earlier, actually.
I'm touching boobies.
Hey, leave my boobies alone.
My boobies. I would have been happy with a little stick drawing. I didn't bring the box out here, but he did some amazing drawing on the box. He did a dragon on the
Kyle
box.
corrupted MJ, Darren. That's why she's smoking on the cover.
Oh, MJ smokes only after I get off of her.
You
So
see?
all right, go
See
on
what I
back
mean?
to Gray. I'll bring
See what I
out
mean?
the Bobby box in a minute. But.
MJ smokes MJ, I think. That's why she's so named. Right, who's goes again? Mark, you're saying you want to show, mate?
Yeah, I've got some stuff here.
You want to show that patch again just to see if we can make him see if we can abuse you for the 20th time on this stream?
No, okay, I'll try and avoid that.
Yeah.
So I've got some comics in front of me. I'm just getting ready to take into CGC London office for grading.
If he called you a bastard again, your parents will.
Yes, Kyle's gone, so he won't see this.
Creepy World. Love it.
Nice.
Creepy World's 36. Obviously, the first, it's a reproduction of the Fantastic Four. 5, is it?
What
Which
did
is the
you
first.
show?
Yeah,
Doctor
issue
Doom.
5, first Doctor Doom.
I'm never going to own Fantastic Four number 5 in a decent condition, but I picked this up and I'm going to send that off for grading.
Well,
I
that's
think it's probably
infinitely rarer than FF5.
Oh, infinitely rarer, yeah.
Just that nobody can afford FF5.
Exactly.
True. Unless you already have it. Yeah.
Got a copy of Amiga. I bought this off the rack. New. I got 2 copies actually. This is the better one. I think this could be a 9.8 candidate.
I need to get one of them before they go too bloody high.
Yeah, they're still reasonably priced actually.
Yeah, not too bad.
Although, what's the rumor that Momoa's going to be playing?
Yeah, well, he wants to play it, doesn't he? He said it's his dream role. So
Kind of already looks like him, so it kind of makes sense, you know.
Hey, he stole my look. Everybody knows it.
this is a really nice. I'm a big Silver Surfer collector. This is a really nice Lucio Perillo. Silver Surfer Black issue 1, Virgin variant.
His covers are always fire.
My oldest,
Next
My
up,
oldest FF is number 65.
65.
That's my
First
oldest FF.
This is another Silver Surfer cover that I absolutely love. This is
That is really cool.
Behemo, is it?
Mayo.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lee Behemo. I just love this cover. I think it's yeah.
That actually was a pretty
It's
expensive
Bermejo.
book for a while.
While we're talking about FFs and things, Mark, you did set aside one of those extra 17s you had, right? Because that's still in the trade.
Well, we've probably put together another trade next year, Kyle. Speaking of Kyle trades, this was in my, I'm sending this off for grading. This was in my trade with Kyle. It is a variant of ASM 4, the first appearance of Silk. So yeah, I'm going to send that off for grading.
That actually hit close to $1,000 at one point.
Yeah, it did. Yeah,
And I'm pretty sure a soft press of that'll get you a 9.8.
Yeah. Well, and here's another one. We were talking about X-Men earlier.
Oh, I need that book too.
I've got a couple of these. This one I think is in the 9s. I have pressed and cleaned that. So fingers crossed. In a 9.8, that is a sort of $3,000. It's in thousands of dollars for that.
The colors look great, at least.
Yeah.
You have.
Are you submitting that Adams Batman at all?
I might. I don't know, because I don't know what grading it's going to do, because there's only one, I think. DC Comics presents. What number is this? 26. Yeah. This is the first new Teen Titans.
That was one I was lucky to buy from the corner shop when I was a kid.
There you go.
Cool. Nice. Yeah, I got mine off the rack too. Mine's a pretty.
I had no idea till a couple of years ago it was worth any money.
Yeah, me either. I was like, oh yeah.
A couple of nice early DCs.
That's a nice one.
This is the first appearance of Brainiac 5. The first appearance of Shrinking Violet.
Oh, yeah. I think I saw that on the channel the other day. I was like, oh, must remember.
The first appearance of Bouncing Boy.
Bouncing Boy.
Some of the first appearances of the
first appearance of Triplicate Girl.
Yeah, that's
one
of those like unknown comics because they're not on the cover. They're not mentioned. Nothing.
The unknown comic. The unknown comic is Murray Langston.
What number is that?
Not the stand-up guy.
276. 276.
Actually, 276.
Yeah.
Well, I have to make a note of that. I bought the first bit of this key and that was cheap.
Another sort of DC key here. Adventure Comics 283. This is the first appearance of the Phantom Zone and the first appearance of General Zod.
Oh, I got to make a joke about what Werewolf put in there. He says $1,000 for first Silk, or you can get first DC and decent grade for same price. The world's gone mad. I sent him one of my first Silks. He sent me one of his first Gwen Stacy's.
There you go. And the final one. I'm sure you guys won't tell anybody. We don't have many people watching. I got 17 issues of this from an auction in Ireland for 40 quid.
You bastard. And he got number 11 too. Now
I have got number 11, but I've got 16 issues of this in near mint.
Nice.
What's the Rutland Vermont parade synonymous for around then?
Or showing characters from both DC and Marvel.
Yep.
Yeah, I know.
That's actually the issue that started it. That Amazing Adventures is the issue that started that.
Yeah, I did a video on all the crossovers from the Rutland parade.
What's the Rutland parade, guys?
The Rutland Vermont Halloween parade.
It's a Halloween parade, and then it's run by this guy Tom Fagan, who was a big comic fan. So in the comics, you'll see both Marvel and DC Comics characters. Even if it's Marvel comics, you'll see DC characters, and you'll see Marvel characters in DC Comics, but they're costumes. So they're not using the actual character, but the resemblance.
Because the Rutland Halloween parade is a real thing.
It's a real thing, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And that was the Amazing Adventures started it, right? Marvel got theirs out the month before DC's did.
It was either that or an Avengers issue from back in the Avengers 80 something, but I don't remember right off that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's your comic knowledge for the day.
I think we're back to Ray.
Dropping knowledge. Hey, before he goes back on, let me show this off real quick because I gotta make sure I cover the addresses on this side. This was on the box Bobby sent me.
Yeah.
Gray's staring off into space as usual.
Hey, Gray Man.
There you go.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
That was on the box
nice.
Bobby sent me.
Cool dragon.
Cool looking dragon.
And this is on the other side of the box.
Oh,
That's cool.
Yeah.
sure. Darren likes that one.
So yeah,
I'm looking up.
Bobby just was like, give me an address, and I'm like, all right. I just thought it wouldn't be that much of nothing, and Bobby sent me a stack of comic books and Pez dispensers. And Bobby, when you watch this, you're freaking awesome. Hopefully we'll get you on the show one of these days or on a Wednesday. All right, I'm done showing shit off. Get rid of me.
So it's only that easy.
Oh, you talk to my wife. She's been trying for 14 years.
Oh man.
Hey, Roger.
Yeah.
Remember this
What's up,
book?
buddy? Yeah. I sure
This
do.
thing is awesome. I'm
Isn't
telling you. I didn't know it was a wraparound cover. These guys are badass, man.
They are.
Look what this guy does to this priest. Look at the sword. He just sticks it right into him.
Right through them. Yep.
Right
Now
through him.
these guys are vicious, man.
Unbelievable. I was looking at this. So, anyways, this, honest to God, Portland, Maine. It's from Portland, Maine. That's only an hour and a half away from me. You can see that.
I didn't know that, but that's cool.
Right
there. Yeah. I see
right
it.
there, Portland, Maine.
Yeah.
All right. And this is the second print, and 25,000 copies were made.
You're out there by Rick Parker. You ever wanted to meet up with Rick Parker?
All right. So I was going through my Indies books just to look around, see what was in there. Look what I found. The first print.
Wow.
The first print, and it's 5,000 copies made.
Yeah.
And that's the back of it. It's not a wraparound.
Yeah. Cool.
I thought that was pretty interesting.
Yep.
That's cool, man.
I knew it was short printed. I didn't know it was that.
Wow.
That's pretty low.
I couldn't believe that I had that book. Unbelievable. What did he say? All right.
Don't be giving him ideas on what to use for cover series this week. It's wraparound issues this week.
I already got mine, so.
Oh, okay. I know what you're saying now.
No.
I already got mine.
I only told you the theme 10 minutes ago. Have you got yours already?
I'm quick, man. I'm quick.
That's what she
I got him right over there. I got him right behind me over there. You can't see him.
I'm just going to use the first 5 that I find, assuming I manage to find 5.
Well, they're not all that many. I mean, I bet a lot of us are going to be repeating it. So
maybe.
Yeah, I love that era of Iron Man with Firebrand.
Yeah. Number 60.
Mate.
Smoke Report UK 2. Wow.
That's the second channel. He used to do like a pop and comic channel, but now he's doing some.
Oh, is that Pop? Yeah. Hey, Pop.
Yeah. I can't remember what his channel's called now.
Yeah.
He just do pops mostly.
Top of the Pops, something like that, right? Top of the Pops. Yeah, I remember. Hey, buddy. Yeah. I've seen it. I used to see all his pop videos. Yeah.
Yeah. I used to watch him, even though I don't like pop particularly. I'd rather that.
He's a cool guy to watch. He's like shows you the whole thing, and he did mystery boxes and all that. Yeah.
That's a cool costume.
I got to reread that. I haven't read that in like 20 years.
Who's that villain? What's the name of the villain? Does it say?
Yeah, the one with the 4 colors on his.
Dr. Spectrum.
Dr. Spectrum.
He's an Atom villain.
No, that's another guy. Later on, he joins the Squadron. Well, he's part of the Squadron Supreme, Sinister.
Yeah, Squadron Supreme. I thought he was. He's basically their Green Lantern, isn't he?
Green Lantern, yeah. Sorcerer Supreme is JOA, you know.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
different names. Same as
is Nighthawk. Hyperion is Superman.
Superman.
One of my favorite.
But
Yeah,
DC have got a team from another world who are basically the Avengers.
Yeah. Yeah, that was what they were they called
Doomsday is meant to be the Wasp, but you've got also the villains as well from that one, from their world. You've got like Doctor Doom kind of and they're Doctor Strangey kind of.
And then you had
That's the happy
Invaders and
issue.
Freedom Fighters crossover as well.
Yeah.
That's the happy freak right there.
That's the Happy Freak. Okay. Oh, that's the one. That was the one. Is that the one at the convention at San Diego Comic-Con? Yeah, I think that's the one. They did some quirky things back then, man. Mad Thinker. Around this time was weird because I remember buying these Iron Man. Like every other one was like a reprint or like a fill-in or something. It was terrible to read through this 70s here.
Yeah, all the ones they did in the later 60s when they started, like Iron Man, Silver Surfer, and that, there's not actually that many key issues in a lot of the runs. It's all the early stuff was the one filled with keys.
Yeah.
Now,
I mean, Iron Man, you got 54 and 55, but other than that, you know, not that many.
the artist to this run of Iron Man has something greatly in common with a friend of ours that's going to be out next Wednesday. The last published artwork of George Tuska is going to be on Scott's on Scott's comic. Scott will be showing that off next week.
The classic comic collector, Scott?
Yeah.
Okay.
Got him coming on the 11th. Got Bill Field coming back on tomorrow, for those that don't know.
Sometimes they try and convince you that the first appearances of a certain Iron Man suit is a key, don't they? Or it's the first version of the Mark III suit and that kind of thing.
Yeah, first Silver Centurion and all the different Mark ones and that. They classify them as
armor for space
152
armor,
is
underwater
nice
armor. Yeah. First nose armor. Remember that? I thought that's 68.
What about first roller skates? There's got to be a
yeah,
first
that's
roller
right. That's a 70s disco thing right there. Yeah, he didn't have enough power to use the flight boots, so he pops out these little roller skates.
Yeah,
Really?
Yeah.
Bizarre.
He should have teamed up with Dazzler at that period, I reckon. Him and
He could have done roller skating with Dazzler, couldn't he?
They missed the trick. Exactly. Yeah, they missed the trick.
Yeah, she could have powered him up with laser lights and all that. You know.
Yeah. I quite enjoyed that Dazzler run. I finished reading. I read it a couple of months ago.
That's my favorite Iron Man issue of all time, right there.
That's a good one.
That used to be my oldest Iron Man issue. I found out one of my oldest issues. The thing he had in common is it had Jack of Hearts on them. So my oldest Hulk had a Jack of Hearts appearance, and my oldest Iron Man had a Jack of Hearts appearance, simply because I like Jack of Hearts, and that's why I picked them up.
What was Jack of Hearts' first appearance?
It's in Deadly Hands of Kung Fu number 23 or something. I don't know.
22.
22.
Yeah. The funny thing is, if you talk about original art wise, a lot of professional artists, if you're trying to get a commission of a character, a lot of especially a lot of the older guys, they'll refuse to draw Jack of Hearts because of the complicated suit.
Yeah, very complicated.
What was that last one you showed, Ray? The one before?
123.
123. Thank you. I need to check if I've got that one.
That's that story arc. That entire story arc is amazing. I don't know why that happened, bro.
Yeah, part of Demon in the Bottle, and Rhodey starts noticing him, drinking too much, and Bethany Cabe maybe.
Yep. And then 127 has him shoot him. Oh, did you jump it? Did you jump 128? You don't have 128?
We don't have it.
No, I don't. Nope. I got gaps.
Yeah, 127 and 128 are great. Hey, guys, give me credit. That's the third time he said he got gaps, and I didn't make no dirty joke, so come on. Yet again, the thing I I need 148, 150 of that.
No one
ridiculous
making that place, mate.
You know, it's telling that he wants credit for not telling dirty jokes.
Well, there you go. Yeah, but 148, 149,
I think that would be the
150.
baseline, but no, for Kyle, that's the
Well, I think he does
Don't
deserve
have
credit. It's like
150.
an alcoholic who doesn't drink, you know.
By pointing out the fact that he hasn't told a dirty joke, we now know what kind of dirty joke he was gonna make. So it's kind of like defeating the object.
Yeah, he was going to say something like "fill my gap" or
That's one of
something.
my tricks. I do that.
But that 149, 50 of that are so brilliant when they
go back to the
when they go back to Camelot.
Middle
Him and-
Ages, yeah.
Camelot, Camelot. That was
Oh,
one of
boy.
my mum's favourite records. She used to play the Camelot musical loudly, and us kids would all go, "Mom, will you put this on again for it's
Yeah,
horrible."
same thing. My mom.
I want to play this.
Yeah.
I want to play the Spamalot musical.
Richard Harris, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Richard Harris, yeah. The same guy who did like what's that one? The park one.
the guy who Ray looks like.
Yeah.
You look like Richard Harris. You literally Richard Harris.
Is that
I'm
what's
gonna-
that man called Horse?
Yeah. Not a young Richard Harris because we're not
No.
young.
That's the early one that I bought as well. That one with Moon Knight. I had that. I bought that kid from the shop. I had
That's
that
one of his few crossovers back then. That one and the Defenders, and the
First
Spider-Man.
time I read Moon Knight, probably. I must have seen that. Oh, that's cool. Picked it up. I'm not
There's
sure.
the Obadiah Stane.
Oh yeah.
See now would that count as a giant cover? Because he wasn't giant,
No.
but he is on the cover.
Yeah, so long as the cover depicts him as
Matter of
giant,
perspective.
it's fine.
That would make a great one-eye cover.
True. One eye. Yep.
One eye.
See, they make
Robert
it one. I
Bush with
think
one
I said
eye.
nothing about a
Kyle?
penis.
Kyle,
I
keep
said
your
nothing
record
about a
going.
penis. I
with the
said
one
nothing
eye,
about a
right?
penis. All right.
Of course.
Good try, Roger.
One.
I tried, man. I
You
tried.
did, you tried,
Nip
yeah.
it in the bud, but you know.
No.
Hey,
Yeah.
Louis.
Louis.
He lives where I used to live, back up in Pasco County.
Don't say nipped it in the bud. That gives him two excuses to talk about nipples.
Listen, he can twist anything into a dirty joke. I know that already. Listen, I've been doing this with Bub for many years, so I kind of have practice. You know? Didn't you use that one, or somebody use that one on Cover Slingers, like underwater or something?
I've never seen that one before.
Yeah, I've seen that somewhere before. I mean, I have it.
Underwater peril. Oh, no.
Underwater Peril. Yeah, I think that was it. Yeah.
We're getting there to that one too. Is he going with the next big Iron Man?
Was it the War Machine? No, that's later on.
Flying
Machine's much
Tigers.
later on, isn't it?
Like 3 issues later or 4 issues later.
Isn't that in the 280s?
Oh, it was in 181.
Yeah, I think this is where he goes to California because he loses Stark
Treat Jason again.
and Rhodey becomes Iron Man for quite a while. He takes on the old armor.
Because he's not tuned into his brain wavelength, it gives him headaches.
Yeah, he's messed up. Yeah.
Yeah. Iron Man.
I like that cover.
It's not bad.
That's cool.
What's in his hand? Is he also in his hand, or what is that? Is he holding up his paper? Or someone
I don't recall that issue.
hit him with an axe? I can't quite tell
Is
what's
that
going on.
Radioactive Man?
It looks like a.
Yeah, I don't remember. I remember the cover.
Please
but
let
I
me
don't
tell a
remember.
dirty joke.
No.
Shut up, Carl. You're going to tell dirty jokes if they're funny. If you tell a dirty joke and nobody laughs,
That
you're
is
gonna...
That is Radioactive Man, and it's a special cover. It's the cover.
Oh, there's a Mandarin there.
From now on,
Hey, Trev.
dirty joke and nobody laughs, you get thrown out the stream for a minute. So make sure they're
All
funny
right.
Oh,
jokes.
Well, I didn't make any jokes about his atomic rod, so You're all just not laughing on purpose. I see Mark down there laughing. Shut up. I see you laughing.
It's still
please, nobody show any Annihilus comics, please.
Delivering it badly.
That's another first appearance I need to get.
I've got that one, I think. That's the second time he got drunk in it. That when he went through demon in the bottle kind of phase.
Yeah, he's got some.
I remember him trading in his winter coat for another bottle of scotch or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. That's Zodiac, right? Isn't that like Capricorn or somebody down there?
Okay. Zodiac.
Hey, fanboy.
Is Prime in here now?
Yep.
What up, Prime?
It's Prime.
I was looking at your goodies earlier.
We got Trev in here. We got Louie. We got Prime. I tell you, they're good guys coming out of the woodwork here.
Yeah, I got an AOK going to Prime.
Didn't you say something about this cover once, Roger?
Yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous and nonsensical. But
your worst covers of all time or so.
All time, yeah. I mean,
it's
why the heck is he blowing a hole right underneath them?
It's Vibro the Vibrator, the supervillain with a happy wife.
I had a mouthful. I was going to say, take that cover down quick before Kyle.
You're going out for a minute, Carl, if nobody laughs.
Yeah, I know. I knew we were in trouble as soon as I saw that cover.
Yeah. He can take anything and just, twist it, turn it, warp it.
That's the old Marine in me.
I love it.
It's been years since I've had an old Marine in me.
Tell him to leave, Kyle.
What's his name?
I think the Brothers Grimm are really cool. I think they should be shown more. I like their powers. Just
Brothers Grimm. Yeah, they're part of the night shift, right? Gray, aren't they part of the night shift?
Yeah. Did they first appear in Spider-Woman? I know I saw them first. Well, Spider-Woman.
I think so. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's where I first saw them. Yeah, Spider-Woman. I got it.
I think it must have been because originally the Spider-Woman story, they thought it was just one, didn't they? They didn't realize it was two of them.
Yeah.
All right. No. Dad joke time. Who is the third member of Brothers Grimm?
Ben.
Yeah. Too easy on that. Mate. Hey, we got CJ too. Come on, CJ, get on this.
You sure it's not Simon Williams' brother?
Well, that's not a joke, though. So.
Well, he's Grim, isn't he? He's Grim Reaper.
Grim Reaper.
Grim Reaper.
Yeah.
Oh.
Don't tell me
I got stopped on a bad
joke. I thought you liked Wonder Man, Kyle. I thought you was a fan of Wonder Man. I heard someone say that he was your favourite character. Is he not Simon Williams?
Yeah, he's Simon Williams.
And his brother, not the Grim Reaper? Come on, man.
His brother is Grim Reaper. Yeah. I've had too many sides up my backside.
By his own joke there.
I can't believe I could explain how geekdom to him.
Hey, I'm sick, man. You got to cut me some slack. I'm beat down and sick, but
all
right. Look at all these guys we got in here. You guys need to be in on these. You got shut up, Simon. You guys need to be in on these. You guys need to be coming in. Tomorrow's show, Wednesday show. You guys need to be chiming in.
We go to Simon now, Ray.
What?
We go to Spidey again
I was quite happy looking at the Marvel books. I'm quite happy with that.
Show
Simon.
I want to see what Simon's got back there. Oh yeah.
Show.
A little bit.
Yeah, the reprint era.
I've seen that one.
That's actually the Changeling, I think, in there. By the way, they kill.
Archive.
Oh, that's really good. That's a really good one. That's it. What if George Perez drew X-Men? That's a really good issue.
There you go. Okay. Hey, here's some Archon trivia for you. According to the MCU, is Archon.
Say that again.
According to the MCU, who plays Archon?
What film?
In the MCU movies. There's an MCU Archon movie poster in the background of a Marvel movie.
All right.
Who plays Archon in that Marvel movie?
Wonder Man plays Archon in a movie.
Wonder Man plays Archon in the movie, and who was the actor that played Archon?
In the comics movie.
Nathan Fillion. Nathan Fillion was on the Archon posters. Okay. He's in the Guardians of the Galaxy backdrop.
Oh,
As there's an Archon poster.
okay.
The first
the,
direct market comic from Marvel.
That's the apparently it's
First
apparently
only
I didn't know
direct.
this. There's apparently there's more error variants of this than there is normal ones.
There's
Pretty
more
much.
of the black and white ads than the colored ads.
Yeah, so that's one of the error ones. I think somebody mentioned special Marvel edition books earlier.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
One, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Started out as
reprint error.
and then
Then it went to Nick Fury reprint, I think.
yeah, and
or is that
then
War is
15
Hell?
and 16
thinking
for
War is Hell?
Shang-Chi.
What is that little head down there on the bottom right?
What?
It's a
Oh,
weird
I'm there.
looking- What the heck is that?
Totem pole or something? What is that?
I cannot remember who that character's name was, but it was something stupid.
Yeah.
I remember that much.
It looks a bit like the Lunatic. There's a character called the Lunatic in a comic book.
Defenders, yeah.
Yeah. First
Oh.
Stingray.
First Stingray,
Alright.
nice. I don't got that one, I don't think.
I wouldn't mind the first Tiger Shark. I mean, that's a really good cover.
Yeah, I got a 6, but I've never been able to track down a 5.
Yeah, I've got 2 Submariner comics.
Oh,
One's my birthday book.
I'm just gonna say the most underrated comic artist in history, right there.
Gene Colan?
Frank Brunner.
Frank
Wasn't
Brunner.
it
Brunner.
Frank Brunner?
He did some gorgeous Doctor Strange covers back in
Frank Brunner is the most underrated artist I've ever seen. Like he should
I
be.
don't disagree. I don't disagree.
He should be in the discussion with Neil Adams and them. That out.
Yeah.
I mean, he does
Well,
not.
he didn't have as big a work, product as Neil
Just-
Adams. Maybe not.
Oh my God.
Has he?
But his
I-
stuff is
I've never
Out-
seen anything bad by him.
neither. Nothing.
Never.
Ooh,
Nothing.
I like
Really
that.
detailed too.
That is quite
That's
interesting.
nice.
Quite a nice frame.
A tumor.
Yeah.
Nice big blurb. The Oldroyd attack. See you later,
I always love a good
Hey,
floating
happy
head cover.
anniversary, Prime. Happy anniversary.
Hey, happy anniversary!
Yeah,
Well,
happy
cool.
Always love a good floating
Anniversary.
head cover.
That's
Yeah.
Gil Kane. Is that Gil Kane? I think.
In our midst, an immortal.
That's
That's
the thing.
not
Like a lot of
Kane,
artists,
that's
a lot of
Buscema.
artists back in that time didn't put their name on the covers. Or didn't
That's
sign it.
Buscema. That's not Gil Kane. There's no way that's Kane.
Put that back up there, Simon. Put that back up there. Let's have a debate about this.
Look at Hercules'
Uh-oh.
nose. There is
Let me
no
get the
way that's
popcorn
Kane.
out.
Look at Hercules' nose. There's no way. Kane might have inked that, but
He
Kane
might have
didn't
inked
draw
it. Yeah,
that.
you're right. You're right. He might have inked it. You're right.
Yeah, he might have inked. He might be inking over Buscema, but that's Buscema. And
Yeah, you're
probably-
right. The nose is not. It's not. Nostrils are definitely not big enough.
Yeah, that's
First,
a dead giveaway on a Kane.
Living
Yeah.
Laser.
My first Living Laser.
Luke is grossly underrated too. Yeah.
I agree.
It's about,
that's
about
Serpent.
half the cover on it.
Yeah, Serpent Society. I think. I don't think it's the first, but an early appearance.
Serpent Society might be.
I think so.
I can't
That was Gil Kane.
Just Gil Kane, not
No
Buscema.
mention at all of anybody else.
I love this
Wow.
cover.
I'm
He had
still
me convinced,
thinking
too. He
Buscema
had me
did the
convinced.
roughs and he just penciled or he just inked over it.
Buscema's
Yeah,
not on the.
it's,
not on the credit.
I agree with you, Kyle. Though that's not totally Gil Kane. There's some other influence.
Yeah, that's not
Here's,
Kane.
here's a
inked it.
cover.
but-
Here's a cover for the perverts.
Well,
So
the other
Kyle,
two people
Kyle in
mentioned
other
as
words.
Kyle,
being
yeah.
artists are
There you
Don
go, Kyle.
and Artie Simek.
She got the stupidest costume ever, Emma Frost.
Adam Hurst.
Adam Hawes.
Adam Huggies.
We'll go back to the old school stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yet another great single issue where Wolverine takes no pity on him. Just cuts him loose, lets him get in the trunk and bar brawl with Juggy.
Another one of my
Wolverine
favorite
is the
characters.
worst character ever
Oh
written.
yeah. Those are very underrated covers. Booty Ann.
Oh, no, I love
Yeah.
Ghost Rider, especially
Yeah.
the early stuff. That's one of my goals for this year is to try and pick up Spotlight 5. I know I won't be able to afford it.
I couldn't believe how much that went up in the past few years. I got mine for like $50, maybe 5-6 years ago, and I thought I was ripped off.
I'll give you 100 for it.
I need one more to complete my Ghost Rider run. One more.
Big
not
menacing
gonna try and get
Mephisto
close
in the
to it.
background there.
Yeah, these are very underrated comics. These Budiansky covers, and this
What's
is when
Ghost
he.
Rider going for now? What's Ghost Rider #1 going for now? Is that the price?
Ray's got one.
A raw, I think. Well, I can't really give you an indication because a raw over here would probably be at least $1,000, but I think you could probably pick one up for maybe $400 or $500.
Yeah, I'm still looking.
Went up and down.
I'm looking for a Spotlight 5, but not for me. For my buddy Montreal Johnny.
Well, if you want it in a 9.8 grey, it's $16,000.
Yeah, no, definitely not.
No,
If
just a raw low grade for me, thank you.
Yeah, just
raw low
any
grade.
copy will do. Thank you.
I don't want anything in a 9.8 because I can't read it.
$200.
100 of that, the best Gene Day artwork he's ever done.
Agreed.
I love that Gene Day. That 100 was just.
That's a really cool issue too. That Kirby right there. Like
Well,
everybody shows up. You know.
anything in 5 is good for me.
Some,
Oh yeah, I was just
90s.
looking at that series. I have to reread it.
90s,
Yeah,
So,
I have to reread that. I recall it was pretty good.
there's
So,
Yeah, it's when he had the little half cape. I forgot what they call. What do they call those half capes, Kyle? There's a word for it.
shape.
They call them midgets, man. Come on, what are you
Midgets.
talking about?
Midgets.
Wait, you're talking half capes. I don't. I don't know what
Captain
happened.
Marvel
was in there somewhere.
Captain Marvel, the original one, had one of those. You know, just
Yeah, half cape.
And this is probably one of my favorite Frank Bruner covers.
oh
Yeah.
beautiful.
Oh yeah.
Beautiful. I always thought that should be a wraparound cover because I thought that was just if you stretch it out,
Yeah.
man, that's just.
Now I need that one. So what are we gonna do about that? And I need that one too.
You're not getting mine.
Does anybody know what the
Totally.
significance of this issue is?
Thanos dies.
Not in that one.
The smaller key about this. There's actually the first appearance of all the stones, all the Infinity
All
Stones.
the Infinity Stones.
okay.
Yeah. There's
Yeah,
two in a
he
row I
doesn't actually
needed.
die until the Marvel 2-in-1. And
Yeah.
Okay.
he doesn't die then either. Actually,
Are the Infinity Gems more powerful than the Cosmic Cube?
yes.
Yeah.
The Cosmic Cube let you do absolutely anything. So
The Cosmic
how are they
Cube can't
powerful?
affect anything outside of a certain
The
spatial realm, but the Infinity Stones can affect all reality. So it's they both do the same thing, but just not as doesn't have as much reach.
right.
And who built the cosmic cube?
Red Skull?
It's an acronym.
Did they ever call it Tesseract in the comics,
No.
or they always just call it Cosmic Cube?
Cosmic Cube.
God,
Yeah, that's what I thought.
It was created by
built
AIM,
it?
wasn't it? One of those AIM
yeah,
scientists.
AIM built it.
AIM,
yeah,
AIM, right.
built it.
But for the Red Skull, I think it was like, or did he steal it from them? I forgot.
He stole it from him.
Oh, he stole it. All right.
That's
figured as
basically that's the whole arc of that was basically what turned to supervillain team up, whatever.
Super
So,
villain
but
team up,
yeah. That
Good
whole
stuff.
run of Strange is grossly underrated.
Really good stuff.
And then issue 48 is Strange with Marshall Rogers just
First Orca.
First Orca, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Orca.
Unless you count the back ad somewhere. No, actually, Orca came after that. Yeah, that's true.
I love
movie,
this
yeah.
cover too.
yeah.
Oh, Kyle wants that one.
I got it. I got
Oh,
it
you
from
got it.
Mark.
Okay.
That's
Did
that's
you
a,
get
that's a
Chicken?
major Defenders precursor.
Oh, why do I have to show Defenders books? I'm not showing Defenders books if I come back on.
You need to show 35 because I still need 35. I need that one.
I don't think I
Yeah,
have. I
you're
don't have
just-
much of the early stuff. It's mainly the later stuff.
You're coming up with all kind of trade bait for me, but
do we know the significance of this book?
is that where she gets the gauntlet? Where
First
Nebula?
They classify this as the first cover appearance of Nebula.
Yeah,
Just because of the silhouette, the red silhouette
Silhouette
there. I
there,
wouldn't
yeah.
call that a first cover.
Yeah,
That's silly.
yeah, I don't buy it.
Yeah, it's a bit.
Yeah.
There's another underrated run, the Pollard Thor run.
Pollard Thor, yeah.
And these are the other, obviously, because of the recent announcement. This is the other one I've been trying to sort of pick up recently as well.
I wasn't too crazy about the Ron Friends art inside after that, but it was okay.
No, but Pollard is ridiculous.
Pollard was good. I've met him, and he is spectacular.
Other than the goopy thing he did on like the cover to 299, he did a goopy hand twist. But other than that, I love his artwork.
No more Defenders, Simon. Come on, man.
No, that's Silver Surfer. Say Silver Surfer.
Look who's on the cover there.
Shut up.
Oh, that's lovely. That's lovely.
Yeah, that's actually a die cut one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, they love doing those die cuts in the early 90s.
Last two books. Everything else that I've got like hidden away is all more recent stuff, and I know most of us here like older stuff. So,
well, I can't remember whose go it is, so I'm going to go.
Yeah, you haven't gone in a while, Gray.
I know this is going to be the longest one ever. Bloody hell! Right, we now are at Justice League Task Force. As if there wasn't enough Justice Leagues already. This is Justice League Task Force.
What did they do?
What was the spin on this Justice League?
I think it was more worldwide. I think it was like going to different places and like I think it might be. I don't know, just quicker to react to places in other countries. I think I can't remember.
Was this like a precursor of JL International?
I don't think so. I've got a feeling it came out.
I think that's after Justice League International.
Oh, it is after. Okay.
93. But I think it
that
was
actually may be an extension of International. Actually,
yeah, I think there was Justice League going on at this time, and then also they made Task Force. I think were more international in their scope, but don't quote me on it because it's been a long time since I read it.
Because I've never read those, so I was just curious.
Yeah.
And who did a great run writing on those on the internationals? Huh? Was he a guest November 9th?
There you go. So, well, this is Martian Manhunt as you never saw him before.
Oh.
What with boobies?
Boobage.
Has he been gender swapped?
Well, he's a shapeshifter, isn't he? So he could do what he likes.
Shapeshifter, yeah.
Yeah. It's like a British team here by the looks of it.
Is that Union Jack?
No. So,
that's
See,
the punk version of Union
DC's
Jack right there.
Yeah, that's DC's knockoff on him. That's back off.
Called the Orion Brigade.
Aryan Brigade, isn't it?
Yeah.
Aryan, yeah.
Target Earth.
Arian. Let's see. There's a character in DC called Arion. And who created that? Who created Arion? On Orion,
or you talk about?
You mean the magician guy?
Arion, not Orion. Arion.
The guy from Atlantis, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Jan de Surma did the art, didn't she?
What?
Jan de Surma did the art?
Yeah, she created him.
Yeah. That's what I was my answer.
Tom Mandrake's wife.
Yeah.
Cool. I didn't know that one.
It's an interesting cover.
I never collected that run, so.
It's Ray. Not you, Ray, but the other Ray.
He probably has it though.
The other Ray.
No, I don't have any rays.
You don't have any rays? That's weird.
No.
I'm surprised you run into a few of those.
Oh, this is an interesting look for Gypsy. Look, that's Gypsy.
That's Gypsy.
She got a bit. Looks like she got taken over by Image.
Yeah, she looks like kind of like witch lady kind of.
Yeah.
I liked her original costume with the flowing skirt and the baubles and all that. Yeah.
Oh dear. Oh, that's Triumph. Triumph they wrote in as being the founder of the Justice League. They brought him in like they retconned the Justice League of Triumph as a character who founded the Justice League and then got lost in time and space for some kind of weirdness, and no one remembered him. And so he came in and he said, "Look, I was the one who formed them." For a while, that was the official policy, but they soon forgot about that and killed him off.
Hey, the other Simon's in here now in the chat.
Hey, Simon. Hey, other Simon. Despero. This is when he got tough rather than just being a skinny.
Yeah, that's when he started working out.
Yeah. And later on, their robot took over his body, didn't he? Elron took over Despero's body.
Oh.
So he was actually he's a robot mind in his body for a while, and he was a good guy during that time. Shrapnel. I think this guy's called Sledge and Brimstone.
Yeah, I recognize Brimstone because he took on. No, he was during the Legends. He was.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, this is the Suicide Squad.
Suicide Squad. Yeah.
That's it. I might as well show. I'll go up to here, sorry, because it's getting late and screw it. Let's just show them. I'll go through them very quickly. Right, I'll show you the rest of the task force.
When are these from, Gray? I've never seen these.
These are the early 90s. This is 94 at the moment. From 92 to about 95, I think. So they're quite old. I think there might have been another task force at one point as well. There might have been another series called Task Force, but don't quote me on it. In the world of Warlord. Scutaris. Stranded.
What are they doing there?
Sorry?
What were they doing there? Yeah.
Yeah. They occasionally do end up going there just to
final issue.
Just to remind themselves that the character is still around, kind of thing.
Yeah.
But because this book's got no rhyme or reason to it, can anyone guess who's next? It goes from Justice League Task Force to Creeper.
Oh, nice.
So I got the first appearance.
Showcase, yeah.
Love that cover. Steve Ditko. Great, crazy character.
Yeah, another one I traded away in the trading channel.
I got that one.
The first issue special appearance of the Creeper as well.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then he had a little series. This is after he got killed and eaten by Eclipso. Eclipso eclipsed a bunch of I can't remember if it was hyenas or jackals or leopards. He got eaten anyway. But because of his healing ability, he was able to come back, and he came back kind of a bit crazy to start off with.
Did a hyena vagina get a hold of him?
Oh, no. Don't start.
A hyena vagina got a hold of him.
Kyle.
Don't react, Simon, and he'll do. If we don't react,
this is my third week.
Make me a mod. I'll give him a timeout every time he starts that stuff.
He said hyena vagina. I don't know.
No one said that. You said it, mate.
Never said anything like that.
Matilda said he said he was
or something.
He said he was eating hyenas. So
eaten by.
This is my third week on holidays. I think I've had enough of Kyle's dirty jokes for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
Listen, my first day with Kyle, I had enough. So
the 3rd of January.
Oh, guys,
I figured he'd take over a new leaf. Give us like a break until March.
No.
Cover a new fig leaf, but it didn't cover enough.
If you tape it to the mouth, that might work, Kyle. Yeah. Actually,
well,
just make a little
I got a ball gag, but then people would quit watching if I put that on.
No.
The Creeper 1 million.
Wow.
I forgot he had a 1 million issue.
Yeah, that's right. There were some weird 1 million issues, like the characters that you would rarely see otherwise,
Yeah. But I don't know if you guys know about this, but there was a Creeper for a while in Vertigo. Not the same character, but similar look. He had the red hair. It was a woman. It was in Paris, I'm not sure what the period would be called. I think it was pre-First World War, kind of like in the artist kind of community in Paris for some reason. So she's like a
swinging 20s.
Something like that. I can't remember exactly what era it is. But it was
the Moulin Rouge. All right, great. Just for you, my New Year's resolution. I'll quit, you dirty old bastard.
Actually, that last.
If I get
not very long.
if I get good results in 10 days, I can promise you I'm going to
Creeper.
be less of a dirty old bastard.
For 5 minutes.
Interesting. Anyway, wasn't a great run, but it was all right. It was okay. I like the Creeper, so I got it. Hello, brother Joe. Right, who's up next? Roger, you in it?
Yeah, I got a little pile. Then I got to
Mark,
my wife's going on in 10 minutes. So, all right.
Yeah.
So I think it was it you, Simon, that said something about Marvel Premiere, something or other?
Quite possibly.
I was listening back then.
Yeah,
so.
trying to get a lot of the Marvel Premiere and the spotlights are not easy, but yeah, I picked that book up this year actually as well. Both of those.
You got the one?
Yeah, picked up the one. Cost me a pretty penny, but I picked it up. Thank God.
I think this is either this one or this one is when he's first called Adam Warlock.
It's the third number one. Number
No.
one is that's
And that's emphatically Gil Kane. That next
Emphatically, yes.
Avengers.
Yeah.
There is no doubt that's Gil Kane.
that's
No
not
doubt
a
about
cheap.
that
That's
one.
not a cheap book. With all obviously being he's coming to Guardians 3, so it's
Right.
definitely a good book to have.
Yeah.
And then you get the Strange.
Oh
series.
yeah, I love that.
By Barry Windsor Smith.
BWS. You got it. Really creepy kind of art by Smith there.
Yeah.
That's what he
Did a
does
good
best.
job. Did a good job, sort of like modifying it toward the genre.
Mm.
Look at this. This is a Gray Man special right here. Shambler from the Sea. That's
Is that
definitely
issue 8?
Both those
Lovecraftian.
titles are pretty Lovecraftian. You had Lurker and Shambler. They're both kind of like different.
Yeah.
Yeah. Quite
Is that 7 or 8? That's 7, isn't it?
That's 6.
6, okay.
I actually got gifted, that Barry Windsor Smith book that he'd been working on for 20 years called Monsters.
Monsters.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually got gifted that by Mark from Big City Comics. Simon.
Nice.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
Ray, didn't you use that one for
Yeah.
Giant Fingers?
Giant Fingers.
Giant Fingers, yeah. Yeah.
Day off.
All right, who did this cover?
That's where Brunner started, isn't it?
No, not yet.
Is it Alan Weiss?
You're close. Look at the Starscape back there.
Not a
That
Colin
might be your
one,
best.
is it? No,
Might
it's
be
not.
your best clue.
If
Well,
Alan
the
and
first
then
guy like
maybe
did.
very nice.
The lining of the cape.
Yeah. No idea.
No, Starlin, Jim Starlin.
Darling. Yeah, that should have
Yeah.
been obvious.
Yeah.
And then next one's 10, right? That's a big one.
Here's where I think the Brunner stuff starts. Right
Yeah.
here, 9.
That's 10, right?
9.
9.
Sorry.
Okay.
9. Yeah. I think
Yeah,
is this the
'cause,
death
yeah,
of the
Bruner did
ancient
the full
one?
cape.
10 is the
Yeah.
death. 10 is the
Oh,
official.
10. All right, there it is. Yeah.
10. That's where he dies.
Okay.
I think
And he comes back as a woman.
In the movies, he does.
Yeah. Which they pulled that off well, but still.
There's Baron Mordo, I think. Yeah.
One of Brunner's better covers, but still, Strange number 2. I don't think anybody's going to beat Strange number 2.
That's 2. And Strange 5 is Strange 2.
A Slinger's Crystal Ball Week, Rog.
Oh yeah.
Slinger's choice. Dig out all your Crystal Ball covers.
Crystal Ball. Okay, I'll consider that. Hey, listen, you put me behind the 8 ball.
I love
Listen,
Disney and comics. Speaking of Scott Harris,
Hey,
King.
Steve, you put me behind the 8 ball with wraparound covers because I already did that as a Slinger's choice. So I got to find 5 others, which I did.
Oh yeah.
So thanks, Gray.
Do you hit 15 with this one? Do you have the entire run of that?
Is that really a question that you want a rhetorical answer to, or you want a real
Well,
answer?
kind of, because you're a completionist.
I got the whole Marvel premiere run all the way to 61 or 62, whatever it is.
I picked up this that book this year too.
Cool.
I was glad
to
finally get that.
I love this character, Daniel Rand, back then.
Is that first Iron Fist?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They got him so wrong in the television show. It was gross.
I didn't even recognize him.
Yet again, you could have held that to the back of the room, and I could tell you that's a Gil Kane cover.
Gil Kane.
You could have been standing at the back of the room, and I could have told you that's Gil
I'll
Kane.
put it on the spinner rack back there.
I'm telling you, look at that face. There's no doubt that's a Gil Kane.
Look at those nostrils right there.
Yeah.
Man. Come on. Yeah.
That's why I said he did not do the pencil layouts for that Avengers.
That's
book,
not totally
no matter
Gil Kane.
what the
I
credits.
agree with you, Kyle. I'm not gonna argue with that.
But again, a lot of guys that do roughs and then they just finish the art.
you know,
Take credit on the roughs.
Listen, if you know how they worked back then, you know, Gil Kane might have done a rough and then said, "Here, give it to, you know, one of the amateurs or one of the newbies, you know, the aides or whatever." Love this pose here, where he's got that upper with the inside of the hand.
Is he going to fight androids? Is it not an android?
That's 17.
Samuroids? No, who is he? Some kind of
19.
That's 19. So 19. Whose first appearance is that? You can't.
I have no idea. I have no idea that there's an ad in here for Hulk 181. I have no idea.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what you're talking about?
There's an ad for Hulk 181, but that's also Colleen Wing's first appearance.
Yes. Correct.
Colleen Wing appearance.
Now, I thought this would be a pretty good villain for him.
Batroc the Leaper.
Batroc the Leaper.
Batroc the Leaper.
Yet another one the movies got perfectly right. They've got to bring him back. But
George St. Pierre.
Yeah, I thought he was pretty good in that cap, but they should have given him a little bit more time there.
Who was he playing?
They're bringing him back. He is coming back in the Thunderbolts.
Was it George St. Pierre they got to play?
Yeah, it was George St. Pierre.
Yeah.
And he's coming back. He's in the
UFC legend.
Yeah.
Who's this character?
Damn French Canadian, but
who's that character there?
Warhawk.
Yeah, you got it.
Warhawk.
You got it. He was a tough, kind of like Punisher guy, because he was like a veteran that was messed up. Something or other.
You know, those old Marines are just broken goods. You know, those guys, they created those guys as non-vets. I'm just a puss Gulf War veteran. But,
that's Monstroid, that's the one.
Monstroid, yeah.
What appearance of Iron Fist is that then? His 10th appearance or something?
Well, this is 24. Yeah, 10th.
So, 10th appearance.
Yeah. And then 25.
That's the one I've got, I think. That's my earliest time.
This is where Burn starts, I do believe. And then this continues into Iron Man 1 with the
Iron Man 1.
Iron Fist 1. Iron Fist 1.
Iron Fist 1.
Iron Fist.
Yeah. That's the last one I got for tonight, guys.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
I got a few more to show before I go to bed.
Thank you for showing us your Warhammer, Roger. See, I wasn't even dirty about it. You showed the character.
Okay. Warhammer. Was it called Warhawk?
Or Warhawk.
Warhawk.
So these are all duplicates. These are all
where you made it.
These are all for going in my cell box. So and they're all Tales to Astonish.
Claim.
Shut up, Kyle. Shut up.
Claim.
Shut up.
I'm not kidding. Claim. Set that aside for me.
Astonish.
Bobby G said he's happy he liked this box. I hope so, because I don't know where Bobby is. I wanted him on here. Love that box. Love that box. Bobby is badass.
I have that.
Yeah.
To Astonish.
Keep claiming.
That's the first Submariner in Tales to Astonish.
You see, that should be a much more key issue, because
it should, yeah,
because if you think about it, the first Iron Man in that run, first Cap in that run, all that is huge. Yeah,
I've got barely any Marvel of that early before they got their own piles.
You just need to be sticking those in the Kyle pile. There is to.
I mean, all of these are low grade. That's
what. One's high grade. I'll take them.
Yeah.
Definitely we'll take them.
Really nice.
Kyle loves the lowest common denominator stuff anyway. Don't worry.
Yeah. Now, Mark, what was the first comic you ever bought? That
the first comic I ever bought? No, I haven't. I'm not. You're not having that. Tales to Astonish 75. I like that cover.
Yeah, I love that
beautiful.
cover.
That's a beauty of a cover. Yeah.
That's got Marie Severin.
Yeah, okay, it looks like Severin. Yeah.
77. Bruce
I
Banner.
think so.
Hulk.
Bruce
Hulk
Banner
was
is
more
cool.
brutish in his early appearances.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That definitely looks like a run of Marie Severin stuff there. Marie or John.
The Titan and the Torment, Hercules and the Hulk bashing it out.
Yeah,
Nice.
just a nice big Kyle pile going there. That's what we see there.
Tells to astonish 80 to the death.
Wow.
Ray,
Fingers.
big
And
fingers.
This is my last duplicate.
Oh, I got that one.
Yeah.
High evolutionary. That must be
Yeah, it is.
really early
Actually, I
appearance.
haven't spotted that. It is a high evolutionary.
Yeah, really early appearance must be because he was in Thor just a little before. It's all centered,
yeah. Well,
So what's that you said, Mark? Since you're such a got all my comics that you're just gonna send me those in an AOK, you bastard! Oh my God! He grails. He got
for
3
shame,
grails.
Kyle, for shame.
One wasn't enough. He got 3 of my grails.
With all the stuff
Roger,
you got
did
to
you
grade,
see-
and you're
do that
begging for
again.
AOKs. Come on.
Show that. No, I'm saying he owes it to me because of the 1841. Show Roger that again. He's got the first comic book ever produced.
well,
Yes,
In my mind, that's the first comic book
the-
ever.
Kyle's
Yes, I saw him. Listen, I see his videos. Okay, I've seen them.
You bastard!
There we go. I knew that was going to be the result of me showing.
Yeah, there you go.
You bastard!
It's like one of those.
If it was him finding it, I bet you he wouldn't say that about himself.
No, it's like one of those fire questions. As soon as I show it, it goes, "You bastard."
He's called you a bastard so much that he's opened up a wormhole. His parents were never married.
See, now
I'm off to bed.
I
see
say
you tomorrow.
nice things, and they told me quit saying nice things. So
I'll see
yeah,
you tomorrow.
those
Good to be
brilliant.
on, Simon. Good to be on with you, Simon. Take
Take
care.
care, Rog.
See you later, Rod.
All right, Ray.
Bye, Rod.
Smack talk from Jackson, Roger. Smack talk from
Roger would know
Jackson.
all about the first comic. He was nice.
He was
nice.
all
try.
right. Yeah.
Nice try. Yeah. Listen, I'm not even the oldest one in this panel, Jackson. Okay.
I'm
right.
glad I'm the youngest.
By far, probably.
No, I give
The
Mark a
what
lot of
on this
grief.
panel? The oldest?
I'm not the oldest in this panel, so I'm saying.
Oh,
although Ray is the
okay.
youngest at heart by far, but
Yeah.
You might be the second youngest, Rog.
no.
I'm
No.
not the youngest, but I am the freshest.
No. Gray's in the middle. Gray's in
I
the
give
middle, man.
Mark, but I praised him a lot for those. I helped him actually find a couple of those that I would have loved to have pounced
That was an
on, but
amazing find.
do a good
really
home.
amazing find. Not many
So-
people would even know what to look for. So I mean, that's
Well, I showed him what to look for, when, the dates, now he's going to end up getting my first brownies is what's going to happen.
of course, that's the next step, right?
That's probably, he's going to end up with my St. Nicholas because like those things are unicorns. Going to go for that. Then he's probably going to end up getting my copy of that first brownie. So he
Yeah,
could
you gotta give to
take
get,
the
man.
mantle from me.
Got to give to get. That's just the way it goes. All right, guys. Wife is calling. Take care.
I said,
Bye, Roger.
Roger. So you got to give him the first comic book you ever bought, Kyle.
So I don't have the first comic book ever.
That's no good then.
Yeah, I don't have it. I have a copy of the first comic book I remember having my mom buy, but not the original.
I've got nothing else. I'm done.
You know what else to show? I'll go back.
I have stuff, but it's like in the other room, and it's all.
Do your dance and say "bow down, bitches." That's what it is.
Rest of this this box set is Hitman. John McRae and Garth Ennis.
Oh, and Gray, you need to fix up your links in the description because I tried to sub up Ray and Mark, and the links don't work.
What?
Yeah.
Always use those links. What the
Yeah,
heck?
they don't work. All you need to do now is just go the @ symbol in the start of their name, and it just pops up now, and you can just chuck it in. You don't even have to cut and paste.
Yeah, I just copy and
links.
pasted from where I had it on previously. I'll have to check that. Cheers for the
Yeah, they
heads
don't
up.
work.
All right. Okay. Hitman. This is quite a cool run but never got not worth anything. But I was surprised because it was really quite popular in its time. It's a great series, very funny.
Did they base the video game off that or not?
No, it's completely different.
Totally different.
Yeah, I think Hitman, the character from the. It's the thing I'm thinking about. Is it not like? I know something.
Yeah, because he's got the barcode on the back of his neck.
Yeah, is it not a European comic? I'm sure it's like a European comic, that one.
Oh, it might be like Hitman 47 or something like that. Or
yeah,
Agent 40.
Yeah, that's it.
Don't ever ask to see the back of my neck, though. I've already shown off enough of my tattoos.
Yeah, we don't want to see your pink dolphin anymore.
You're right, mate.
No, I was talking about the barcode on the back of my neck.
Just about stomach your face. Don't want to see nothing else.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'll take it none of you guys have read this one. Zombie Night at the Gotham Aquarium. That's a classic story. You could have clubbed that seal to death.
That's cool.
It's got a chainsaw, shotgun, and a club just for that poor little baby seal. I don't know.
Cruel bastards.
Well, there's a zombie. I think it was a zombie seal. I think that was the idea of it anyway. Ace of Killers. Because he originally appears in the Demon Annual. I can't remember if it was the first or second Demon Annual. Garth Ennis was writing it at the time. And then he got this offshoot, got his own book in an offshoot. There's Demon turning up. So he did deal with a bit of magic sometimes, a bit of hellish stuff. These guys got their own comic at one point, Section 8. Basically, they're a bunch of useless superheroes led by Six Pack, who's a complete alcoholic with the DTs. This guy here, firing at blast, is called Friendly Fire. Basically, every time he shoots one of his own teammates.
Do you know what it is in the American military?
Sorry?
Do you know what a Section 8 is in the American military?
Oh, that's the lunatics going. It's the people who've lost their marbles.
Yeah, it's a psychotic discharge.
Yeah.
Isn't that what Clinker was going for or whatever like that or whatever?
Yeah.
Klinger in MASH?
Klinger, yeah.
Klinger, that's it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's literally a thing.
This guy here is called Dog Welder. He tries to weld dogs to people. That's his that's his stick. It's like, okay, it's crazy.
And then when they try and Section 8 you, they put you on the group down the bench, as Arlo got through.
The festive one. Should have shown this one last week.
Yeah. Yet again, one I could pose with.
I actually did show this on Cover Slingers once, and Matilda didn't like it. Oh, they're being mean to Santa Claus. And she
I could display that cover. I'd have to pull the cartridge out of my pistol, put on my Santa suit.
SAS, mate. Proper army.
SAS. Yeah. SAS are girly girls.
Yeah.
I said it. I have SAS buddies. I can say that. We pick on all of them. Though I will as much as the Marines are as tough as the SAS are, nobody is tougher than the Israeli Defense Force squads. Just unbelievable, methodical teams they had there.
There's a Hitman 1 million. Super Friends. That was no cover.
I got that book.
This one?
Yep, that one there.
Should have used this one for Bite Week when we did Buddy Bite Week. Never mind. Probably still wouldn't have won.
Didn't have a purple background.
Yeah. It wasn't Roger showing it, otherwise we would have got 10. quite a long run. This one went for probably 60 issues. Flushes some guy down the toilet. Nice dinosaur cover.
Yeah.
More dinosaurs. Pterodactyls. Yeah, more dinosaurs.
Say pterodactyls, but you can't say cartoons.
I could say cartoons.
I heard it time.
Look, we don't waste time with words. If we could drop little letters here and there, we will do, just to make them so it's easier to say them quicker. There you go. This is Kyle.
Flurby nerve. Flurby nerve. Flurby nerve.
That's
Slurp, 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 slurp.
6 pack.
Slurp, slurp. Slurp, slurp, slurpy derp. Slurp, 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 slurp. Make me big. Slurp, derp.
Oh God.
Slurpy derp.
Is that Hitman guy? Is he like the inspiration for Billy Butcher or something?
He's not far off it, probably, because same writer, isn't he?
Yeah.
Garfield did both, didn't he? So he's reading side.
Who did most of the covers?
McRae, I think. McRae did the whole run.
I was going to say if it was like Derek Robertson or Russ Braun or something like that, then it might have been an inspiration for the boys.
Okay. Well, different nationality. He's got Irish heritage, American Irish Hitman, whereas Butcher's English, isn't he?
Yeah.
That's the last one. And spoiler, they go out like Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. And there's an annual.
Let me see if Spidey's been watching stuff earlier. What was Derek Robertson's first professional comic book work?
Hitman Lobo, that stupid bastich.
I know he did a lot of work on New Warriors. I know he did a lot of work. He did a lot of work early for Marvel.
Right, last two, the 60
I actually met him in 2014, and that was when Dan Slott was there, and I called Dan Slott a dickhead for killing Peter Parker.
Oh, there you go.
60 issues of Hitman, Brother Joe. And the last two comics got Infinite Halloween Special. I think I've got another one of these somewhere as well. And Aliens Free Comic Book Day, just to make up space in the box.
There you go.
I got that one.
His first comic book was Space Beaver.
I think
The
he
character
might
he
have
created.
told me that, actually.
Yeah, I've
Who's
got
that?
a copy of it. If you're looking for it, I've got a copy.
Oh, no. You know I'm only a Marvel boy.
So, yeah, that was one of them Canadian books, one of them Canadian independent books, and it was a character he created.
Yeah, because there's one, that's the one piece of original art that I have that Beckerman's after. Because I got a commission done with Spidey and two of the New Warriors, and he's every time I speak to him online, he's like, "Am I going to get that piece of original art yet?"
Yeah.
There's Bobby.
Some more you want to show?
Bobby, is Bobby here? Bobby.
He's in the
Where's
chat.
Bobby? Bobby. We got Bobby on. I'm going back in and getting that art. Bobby, God, I love you, brother. Oh, wish you. I'm gonna brag about even knowing Bobby, and Bobby sent me this awesomeness. Here it comes. Hold on.
I bet Ray's got some more comments he can show.
Oh yeah, I can show some more. Let me just grab a handful of it.
I've shown my box.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
Oh,
He loved it.
hey, She-Devil.
Oh yeah, Sea Devils, cool.
She-Devil.
Some old DC stuff. No more any of them.
That's
Headliner.
I thought you had everything, Gray.
Nah, you're joking. There's so many, man. You can't have it all. Bloody hell. You can
You've
try,
only got
but
like 40,000 boxes.
you can't succeed.
Let's talk about the shit-eating face there, Bobby. Look at that awesome fucking dragon there. Oh, I need that, Ray. I need those old Atlas.
Like an old one.
Yeah.
Yep.
I need those old Atlas books.
What is it? Is it Atlas pre-Marvel? Is it?
Yeah, Atlas pre-code horror. Not free Marvel because they were actually before they went to Atlas.
Prize mystery.
Winner.
Yeah, you was in the Kyle church. Keep going.
Tales of
Oh,
Justice.
of Justice.
Early 50s Charles.
Yep. 55. Crime does not pay.
Badass Bobby G. Simon is so mad at me for this, Bobby. I'm telling you. I got to get something I can put this in where he can shut the back up. Badass Bobby G. Oh, yeah, I need that. I need that. You need to put that in the Kyle file. That's more Atlas.
I just love the little snigger going, yeah, you got no way
Exactly,
you get it.
There we go.
You think
Creepsville.
yesterday. Creepsville.
Yeah, Bernie Wrightson side project.
Ah. Interesting.
Seeker 3000.
Oh,
Dave Cockram's. That's one of Dave Cockram's creation.
And Joe Sinat.
Yeah, Cockram created that in the early 70s. I actually got the Nucleus issue where doing independent stuff. Spaceman.
Spaceman.
Biff.
Man.
Jack's filing.
Yeah, Bobby GAOKs are legendary. You damn right. You damn right. Bobby is just a legend. I tried to talk him into coming on the show. I sent him a link. I don't know. Did the link not work, Bobby? Come on, get in here. Show your face, Bobby.
well,
Talk
obviously it did work because I'm here.
Well, there you go.
Little black magic.
I need that one. Wow.
Now, what's significant in that book right there, Ray?
I have no clue.
Up until they relaunched Sandman, which came later, that was the actual last Simon and Kirby together work that they did together.
Oh.
They did the Sandman thing with the relaunch and things like
Right.
that. Simon and Kirby, the last work right there. Black Magic Woman. Come on, Bobby. Show your pretty face on here so you can just see me shit-eating grin about my A-OK. Bobby needs to be worldwide. That's what Bobby be. We had him on in Australia. We get him on in England.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Bobby has trouble. Bobby has trouble trying to get it from Instagram. He can only do it from a chat for some strange reason.
And that's it. Didn't want to pull up because it won't pull the sound up, and you gotta like open it in Chrome or something.
Yeah, it's a tricky way to do it.
I mean, yeah, you got to do stupid shit in Chrome to get it to come up. So if you're willing to put the link in the chat, Gray, Bobby will come on with us if you want to meet Bobby.
Gray's falling asleep.
If you don't mind.
These linking links don't work. I can't understand why they're not working. Copied it straight.
Yeah, it just comes up saying 404 not found.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, all you have to do now. When they changed it to people, everybody having handles, so now you literally just go like what you do with Instagram. Just go at and then start the like. So say if I wanted yours, I just go at the, and it'll come up with all the names with that, and then you just click on the person you want. Ooh. Oh, that's second volume.
So
Yeah. They're pricey enough and decent shape.
every single bloody one of these worked. So annoying.
I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know. Can you put the link
I'll
in
do
the
it later
chat?
because I've got to really get the laptop.
Charlton Bullseye. I've always needed.
Well, I don't know what he looks like to let him in. I don't know if I get in the chat and then some anyone.
Just look for the white Doom mask. He'll be wearing the white Doom mask, exactly the same as like what's on his picture.
What, he actually wears that mask himself?
Yeah.
Yeah. You go,
I've
Bobby.
never seen the guy.
Come on, Bobby.
God, how many links do you want to drop? We do it for like 3 different accounts.
He bring that handsome face on here. He kind of counterbalance it with the beauty of Ray. So, Ray, you're up about an hour away from Portland, Maine. So now I know where to stalk you at, right?
About an hour and a half from Portland, Maine. Yeah.
North or south?
South. I'm in Massachusetts.
Oh, you're in Mass. Okay.
There he is.
Ah, Bobby, my man.
Hey, Bobby.
I have been singing Bobby phrases all day long.
Beautiful books, man. Beautiful books. That's some old school. That's some gold right there, my friend.
All right, make me big again. I got a gloat for the Bobby. I know the Bobby enough that Bobby sent me this monstrously cool pack. Look at that. Bobby Dragon. Then let's slide the addresses up like I didn't do. And then the Bobby Bear. But then crap. Simon is so mad at me for this. Simon is so mad at me for this because we was loving on this the other day and I win. Oh
yeah, man.
Oh, how the hell I'm gonna display this, but I'm gonna find a way.
Yeah.
I don't want to damage it folding it open, but I damn sure want to. But just smell the ink and the paint and the smoke.
No cum stains on it, please.
So badass. Simon, if you do get this off me, it's gonna be covered in cum stains.
Nice meeting you. Nice meeting you, Gray Man. Yeah.
Hello, right.
I just subscribed to your channel. Yeah, Matt Spidey. A pleasure as always.
Ray,
nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you too, buddy.
Show off some more of that artwork, Bobby.
I happen to have a few pieces. Yeah, besides drawing, I do some other things too, where I take I find some little figure statues and stuff, and then I change them up to do to be like comic book. Like this one here is from the Watchmen. This is
Ozymandias.
Asmodeus. Yeah, exactly, right.
Let me get this out of the garage so I can smoke.
This is it's what I call repurposed art. Yeah, recycle, repurpose. I find something and then I change it into this one here's a Joker. And he's got some sticks of dynamite, which is actual fire crackers on the inside of his coat there.
Wow, that's cool.
You could see what it looked like before as well. So you know what you did to it.
I got a few other pieces here. You know, I work in different mediums. This one was like a little dude. I'm off the screen. He was like a graduation guy, but I did him as I put a little Cyclops visor on him there, so he's graduating from
School for Gifted Youngsters.
Xavier School. Yeah. So I do drawings and I work on different things. Yeah, this one, Spidey. Here's this was just a weird little piece, but I did a Spider-Man and a Black Cat little statue figure. Yeah.
That is just ridiculously freaking cool.
Nice.
Claim.
Thanks, man. Thanks. Yeah.
Where'd Simon go? You have to go to the bathroom. Yeah, it's in the bathroom. You need to hold off on that because first words out of his are going to be claim.
Yeah, man. I'd be happy to send it to him. Yeah, man. But when it comes to things like these, they're breakable. So I'd have to figure out some type of way to send it. Yeah, yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah, he literally, the words claim is going to come out of his mouth. Keep showing stuff. And when that comes up, he's just going to be like, claim.
This is one of those little Russian dolls, those
nesting dolls.
Yeah, and I painted them up to where I got the Hulk, I got a Thor.
Awesome. I claim the Thor.
Iron Man.
That's cool.
Sweet.
Captain America.
That's good.
You got Ant-Man at the bottom.
Yeah, Ant-Man at the bottom, yeah.
No kidding.
Simon, did Simon go to take his shit? He is missing out on this.
That's funny.
Thanks, man. Thanks. Yeah.
Told you,
and I do this. I'm sorry, man. I do this repurposed art, and then when I go to these Comic Cons and I meet these creators, I'm able to, like, if a person works on a certain comic and I know they're coming, I'll do a piece and I'll give it to them, and that usually buys me a little favor with them. They like me sometimes. It depends on the person and what I made and all that, and then I brought that over to the comic community too. Yeah, where I've started to send AOKs and yeah, I like it, man. Yeah, it gives me that Christmassy feeling. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I'm telling you, I came skipping up from my mailbox and I shot on live, and I'm like, yep, I'm gonna wait a few minutes for Bobby, but I can only wait about 5 more minutes. And I saw that you sent me that Mary Jane and just about did a back. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? I thought you were gonna just put in a little, and I'm getting a box from you with art on the outside. Mine was blown. It was wow, just spectacular.
Give me 1 minute, gentlemen. My dog's crying. He wants to go outside, man. Let me go take care of him real quick.
All right.
Yep.
I got. I'll be right back.
All right. Told you, I'm surrounded by cool dudes. Where did Simon go? I think Simon had to poop.
Maybe.
I think Simon had to poop.
I know my dog does.
Yeah, he's got to show Simon that Spidey Black Cat and that Russian nesting doll. Simon's mind's just gonna go nuts for those. So. Yeah, Bobby, I figured if we get him on a Tuesday, that'd be good. But Bobby would be a good Wednesday guest to do solo. Just have him walk around and show off stuff all over us. All different kinds of things. Gargadoil.
Oh yeah, that's good. Right on the big screen. I'm going to be falling asleep here in a minute.
There he is.
Ah, what's that?
Hellboy.
Oh,
Come back. Oh, Matilda will love that.
Is that a work in progress, or is that like a reimagining of Hellboy?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like a Zeus statue. And yeah. I come across things. I don't know exactly what I'm gonna do or how am I gonna do it, but It's usually with a comic book mindset. Yeah.
Show them last two, because Simon, grab your seat. Watch the first word out of his mouth.
Oh wow!
It's a symbiote, black suit Spidey, and he's holding a black cat. Yeah, these are things that I find. I go. My mom, I'm kind of old, and my parents are up in their 80s, and my mom, she would go to these thrift stores, and I'd go in there, and I'm looking for comic book type things. But I'd find these statues and stuff, and I said, let me repurpose them and do them in my comic book imagination, right? Yeah.
What's the first word comes to your mind when you see that, Simon?
Nothing clean.
Nothing claim. Yeah. Yeah, claim. I told you that'd be the first word.
Nothing clean. Something dirty.
Nothing clean. Okay. So would you want to claim that? Because I laid claims to it, but I was like, yeah, Simon would be all about that.
I have like hundreds of statues that are not even on display, so there's no point in me trying to claim.
Look at showing the Russian nesting dolls. Are you ready for this? Look at this shit. This may be my favorite thing he's ever done. Hold on while he puts it back in. I got that Mary Jane art book, and it may have been topped by how cool this is.
It's one of those Russian nesting dolls, that I did. It starts off as the Hulk, then you got your Thor, and you open him up, you got your Iron Man.
Oh, that's awesome.
Captain America. And then inside of him is the Ant-Man, yeah.
That's awesome.
There we go.
Outside. And then should be another one in there. It could be Wasp.
That is flipping amazing, man. That is absolutely amazing.
Yeah, I always envy people who have a lot of artistic flair, because I don't have a bone of it in my body.
Yeah, man. That is I made another one. I had a 3-piece one that I made with it was Venom, Carnage, and Spider-Man, and I gave that to Mark Bagley when he came to town. Yeah, when I met him. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, man. That's I like doing that when I get to meet these writers and artists and stuff when they come to town. Yeah.
Badass Bobby G, man. I got you out in Australia the other day. Now you're out of Britain, brother. Worldwide. Badass Bobby G.
Cheerio, mate. Yeah. I love it. I love making these connections around the world with the comic book community. It means a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, the world needs to know who Bobby G is.
I'm just a small guy in Kansas City. Man,
you got to put up.
I was the best kept secret since sliced cheese.
Yeah. You got to put up with that poor excuse for a guy Burke.
Oh, he's all right, man.
Burke's a good guy.
Oh yeah. Yep. I had the pleasure of meeting him. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw some of the photos from the bar.
Oh
yeah. That was fun. Yeah, that was a great meeting people from the community. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it was a whole new thing for me. Yeah, I recommend it.
I think if I was ever going to KC, the one guy I'd really want to meet would be Becker. Mike Becker. He's my fellow original art buddy. So.
Big Beckerman, yeah, he's a sweetheart, man. Dude, he's a real nice guy. Yeah, man.
Yeah,
he's great. Yeah, like 2 years ago. Yeah, 2 years ago, I didn't know any of these people. You know what I mean? And then after the community, we've met up, and then at this last convention, I was able to meet up with him. Nick's Kicks and Comics. He came all the way from Texas, and Pocan Joe. They all came down. Yeah. So it was great. It was great. Yep.
Yeah, I'd love to be able to get over there and just meet some of the community and stuff, but it's not cheap getting over there.
Well, Simon, you
Right,
can come stay with me, but you're too scared to.
Yeah, I don't want to wake up in the morning with something up my ass.
Wow.
All right, this is nuts. I dropped a piece of candy and I don't know where it went.
Was it candy?
I noticed you had this shirt on the other day, Matt Spidey. You got the same shirt.
You got the same shirt.
Me, man.
That is awesome.
I love that shirt. Can you name everybody on there?
Yeah, easily. The probably the hard ones is the Inhumans, because not everybody can recognize the older versions of the Inhumans. That's probably the hardest part.
Well, you know who that guy is, though, right at the bottom. This guy right here.
Yeah, that's Reed.
Reed.
No,
Reed
that's
what. No, that ain't Reed Richards. Reed Richards is up here.
Huh?
What one are we looking at here? Hold on, what are we looking at? Let me guess. Wyatt Wingfoot?
Bam! Exactly.
Is it? Oh.
Wyatt Wingfoot. Yeah. My favorite.
Oh yeah, I always said because he's next to Human Torch and right near the thing. So I went, oh, that's obviously Reed Richards.
Yeah, they got Reed's up here, yeah. Over here, yeah, Reed's on this side. He's at the top.
Surprised he made it onto his
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It just shows you how much attention. I've got something like 300 or 400 comic book T-shirts, so it's very hard to remember everything.
No, yeah. I'm a Fantastic Four guy, so yeah. Wyatt Wingfoot is he's kind of an obscure character. He didn't have no powers, but he hung out with the Fantastic Four, and so yeah, I always I liked him.
Human Torch was at college with him.
Exactly. College. He's he was physically fit. You know what I mean? He was a strong American Indian, but he didn't have no superpowers.
He used to be She-Hulk's booty call.
Exactly. I envied him, man, for all that. You know what I'm saying? He did a lot of great things.
That must have been hard work.
Yo, that's what I'm trying to be like him. I wanted to be in comics. Yeah, and I made it into a comic. I'm in a Superman comic. I'm in Man of Steel number 105. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I'm just standing there. I'm in the
How did you get that?
Yep. That's one of my claims to fame.
How did you manage that?
Going to these Comic-Cons, another miracle of the con. You know, I met Mr. Doug Mankey, and I started talking to him, and I was like, man, I want to be in a comic in the background or anything. You know what I'm saying? I want to be in there. And we talked and made a friendship, and he said, yeah, I'll put you in a comic. And sure enough, he did. Yeah, in the year 2000, I was in the Man of Steel number 105. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Do you know what page
I've been trying to do it ever since. Yeah, I'm on page 9.
I gotta look it up.
I didn't even show my bobby pez. Yep. I got my bobby pez in there too. Then I don't know if you've seen my video yet, but that unopened Spider-Man pack thing, I'm on your grandson, so you're passing it on to my grandkid too, because you're so unbelievably awesome.
Oh yeah, man! I wish I would have sent 2, man. If I'd have known, if I would have thought about it, yeah. I got a stack of those.
You sent too much. It was too awesome. It was too awesome. So
this one here is a customized Pez. It's a Deadpool duck. Yeah, it's a Deadpool duck. Custom Pez. Yeah.
Let me go grab that Pez. I'm going to show that off too, even though I'm shaking so bad. I'm twitching stuff right out of my hands now.
Yeah, man. I hope you get to feeling better. I watched the rewind where you opened the box. Yeah, man. I felt the love. I was running around with my phone. Excuse me?
Was that Man of Steel 105, did you say? You say Man
of
Steel 105?
Yeah. Man of Steel, yeah. 105.
I'm trying to find you there. Let me share the screen.
I'm standing there watching TV, yeah, watching
see if I can get the there you go. Is it this one?
Man, I got the shakes like crazy. There's
see
my
that?
custom Bobby Pez. Where we at?
Trying to find the page there.
I'm a page back, maybe. Yeah, there I am, right there in the upper left-hand corner. It's got my name on the back of my shirt there. Yep, that's me right there, without my mask on.
That's cool.
Yeah, man.
Bobby Comic Book. That's what we call him now, Bobby Comic Book. Here's my custom Bobby Pez.
That's awesome.
Yeah, man.
Looks just like you, Kyle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It looked just like that. Looks just like that, doesn't it? Eat me, Simon. Eat me. Eat me, Simon.
You'd enjoy that too much.
I got to call it tonight because it's nearly 1 o'clock now and I'm knackered.
Bobby, thank you for coming on. One day we're going to have you on a Wednesday show and make you the featured artist, if you wouldn't mind.
Nah, don't mind, man, at all. Yeah.
Or we could interview you and make you a special guest.
Yeah, you see how shy I am. Yeah.
We got Bill Field coming on tomorrow to talk more about the book he did with Neil Adams. We got Scott Harris King talking about his Crime Busters relaunch coming up. I'm still in talks with Neil Gaiman. I'm still in talks with Mick Jones. We're going to have some names on there. So, and we're going to have some Bobby G on there because, you know, damn, dude. Badass Bobby G.
Cheers, man. Cheers.
Comic
Love
book
you guys.
Bobby.
I'm going to play out.
Much love, Bobby.
I'm going to play that video that I was talking about at the beginning. I'm going to play you the trailer to Hawk the Slayer.
Hawk the Slayer.
Hawk the Slayer, where is it? It's in my videos, I think. Let's have a look. If it works.
Wow. Wow. Graham,
that looks so
as
familiar.
cheesy as you.
Was
That
on
is almost
Saturdays?
as cheesy as you, Graham.
I don't know. We used to watch it all the time as kids.
Awesome.
Like we had it on video. We had it on video, and every time I come home from school at lunchtime, we'd put it back on and watch it again. We used to quote it, bloody word for word, and a load of rubbish. But yeah, it was.
What year did that come out?
1980.
Wow.
And I was showing you earlier on, I've got the comic books of it. They just literally just came out like 40 years after the film. They come out of a comic book series, which I just collected and read. It carries on straight from the. You see the character. There's the witch, the giant. There's Hawk.
No kidding. That's cool.
Wow.
Kind of weird. All right, that's it, guys. I'm gonna bugger off. Everyone have a great, amazing day, everybody. Tomorrow we're back
Bye,
again.
everybody.
Have a great. Thanks for coming, everybody. Have a great, amazing day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Y'all have a great, amazing day. Have a great, amazing day.
I was really getting his heart and soul into the bastard, isn't it? He's like, why have I come here? Why haven't I gone here?
Hey.